This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Oh, Clint Howard!
The pizza delivery brother!
No!
From the beginning of the movie.
That joke won't go away.
I kind of like this movie, and I kind of hate it at the same time.
Of course you do.
No, it's a real conflicting situation.
How many times have you seen it?
I don't think I've seen it since I snuck into the theater twice.
Okay. You've got your work in early, saw it back to back, and now you're good.
I figured out which movies I snuck into. I was right about the first one. I couldn't remember the second one. The second one's funny to me.
What's the second one?
I'll reveal it later on in the show,
Okay.
That's what we call a tease in the old podcast cold open industry.
That's what they call barbed wire.
Oh!
Don't call me a tease.
No, I don't think that was the tagline.
Here's looking at you, tease.
Yeah. Okay, so I started watching Casablanca the other day.
See, I wanted to do that. I just didn't have enough time.
I didn't finish it, but I started watching it. I don't know why. Oh, it's a Casablanca. I don't think it is.
It is, though.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It is.
Can't be.
Any movie with Nazi soldiers and an airport is not just a Casablanca movie.
Isn't it?
Wait, there's also a black guy playing music.
He wasn't really playing music, was he?
Well, he's a DJ, so.
Yeah, I guess so. There's a live band, but then he would take over.
Yeah.
I don't remember Sam waiting for the DJ to take over.
Talking like a strip club DJ? Yeah, that did make it into the original Casablanca.
Well, I kind of like that.
Alizé to the main stage. Alizé to the main stage.
And then I started reading up on Casablanca genre and everything. And then I watched this movie. I'm like, this is not a Casablanca movie. It's just not. You got to stop calling it that, Mayes.
We've got a pretty compelling case that it is, though.
Name one fucking part of it other than there's an airport at the end.
It's a war-torn place. She manages a club. A former lover shows up with their new spouse trying to escape.
They're Nazis?
Okay, so is Sound of Music a Casablanca movie?
Are there Nazis?
Yes.
Is there a nightclub?
Ah, there's a field.
Is there an airport?
There you go. Fell apart.
See, I would say Indiana Jones, Zach. That one you can get away with because there was an airport, there are Nazis, and there's a nightclub.
So you don't think that they were trying to rip off Casablanca?
No, I don't.
I do.
I don't.
There you go.
At all.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
I don't remember an armored ice cream truck in Casablanca.
If Casablanca had been set in 2017 or 2019, there would have been an armored ice cream truck.
They kind of nailed 2017, though, if I'm being honest.
It's a cosmic mix of the action of the 90s combined with the exploitation films of the 70s. But with modern touches, it's hyper-violence, but it knows that it is. It's a little bit Tarantino. It's definitely a little bit Michael Mann. It's kind of a cosmic gumbo. It almost moves to the beat of jazz.
People are genetically inferior, or they're culturally crippled, or they're socially deprived.
How come God couldn't make everyone one color, like tan?
I wish I'd fucked a black broad before I got married.
I could really feel 400 years of oppression and anger in every pelvic thrust.
I can smell horny across an ocean.
Not all women.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Just the hot ones.
Hello, Oprah.
You're not allowed to go down on me for 1 month.
No, Judith,
Don't
please.
make me take away your masturbation privileges.
Yeah, I'm horny too, baby.
Hey, Charmin, come on down here. Will you want to exercise my dominance?
Scaring.
I'm getting a patriarchal urge.
Don't mind me. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're a team. We work together.
I don't know if you were paying attention.
I wasn't.
Please, goddammit! Just one more drink! I'll cut off your tits with a knife, you bitch!
5 whiskeys. That's breakfast on the river.
Yo, you have to clip it, Maze.
Clip what? A fucking tiger? What are you talking about?
It's not that hard. Just chop, boom, out.
Wow, Maze has a really hard job.
This is going to be the worst episode we've ever done.
My people don't give a ding-dong diddly about what flag fly over Hawaii.
You bore me, Fury.
Where is the microfilm?
He's nothing but a bag of meat and flesh and tendon.
Why didn't they just name him Spaghetti Lasagna?
Fuck, this movie's 2 hours long?
Not the whole thing.
This is like the John Gruden emails of movies.
Do you like ducks?
Or a trench coat full of bees flying around? Like, that would scare me. Imagine bees are cool.
That's a duck, man.
No, I get it.
Coolio.
You're the devil's baby, mama. I didn't lie, Annie. I just didn't tell you certain things.
Don't play no reindeer games with me.
An American ninja? What are you talking about? There is no such thing.
You've gotten rich off of the people in this town. You bet your ass I have. And I'm going to get richer.
Coughlin's Law.
Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, man. I wish I had better notes.
Have you ever heard such a pile of shite?
Once I get a DVD player, I'm going to watch Gallow Walkers once a day.
Come here and give me a squudge.
You know what to do from here, Internet.
All right, cool. Let me Google how to open QuickTime.
Justice is blind.
He's got space dementia.
But it can be heard.
Time to find out exactly what this ooze can do.
Pull the fucking rabbit out of your dick and phobe.
I'm Temecula's newest hard-on, dog.
Hey, look at here. Why don't we eat us a few thousand beers and you can tell me what's buzzing in the big bad city?
Coming on, yeah! You gotta look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, yeah.
Enough! It's not funny anymore.
Fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Hassan. That's Anthony Mayes, part of the Levitard and Friends Network. Fometto Lark Media. Top of the Lark. We need some reviews. It's really slowed down, and I'm not okay with this. I may put an earlier deadline with a different goal.
It's only February. I think it's still February.
What are we at?
5,830 on Apple.
Okay, how about this? If we're not at 6,500 by the end of March, we're done. We're going to just have to do it incrementally, and then it better get to 20,000 by the end of 2023. But I'm sick of this. It's not acceptable, guys. That's right. I'll scold you.
How did it get to 20,000?
Zach just impulsively quadrupled the goal.
It felt impulsive. Yeah.
Before we even got the previous goal. And then we got the previous goal almost immediately.
And what happened? It jumped it up. All right. So 50,000 by the end of 2024, where the podcast is done.
It's a good call.
50,000 reviews. Levitard has like 26,000 or something like that.
Yeah. Levitard's got 30.
All right.
So we need that doubled.
All right, 30,000 reviews by the end of 2024.
Sounds doable.
Easy peasy.
That's only 10,000 more for a whole nother year. You can't beat that interest rate.
Look, that's a good trend, right? It's like when you pay a guy a lot of money and then you have that declining salary year by year. We're giving him the bump. This is Miles Turner.
The old Miles Turner. That's what I was going to say.
You have a submission, submit it. Reminder, it needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Oh, we're even deeper into the daisy chain now, boys. Liam Neeson month led to Black Light, and then Aidan Quinn took us to Practical Magic, then Sandy Bullock took us to Speed 2 Cruise Control. I forget how to say this guy's name. Tamura? Now it's Tamura Morrison.
Hey, Zach, it's not today. It's not yesterday. It's Tamura.
Tia and Tamura.
Do you know where Tamura goes takes a shit, right? In the toilet.
It's time for Tamura Morrison to take us to a means pick of the 1996 action sci-fi Barbed Wire.
Wikipedia taking the loss here. Superhero.
What?
Because it was based on a comic book.
So?
Wow.
I said they're taking the loss. That's a fail.
Superhero, huh? Barbed Wire stars Pamela Anderson.
Pamela! That's going to get a lot of run in this episode, boys.
I needed a gift to give to Pamela so that she would grant me entry into her vagine.
Repeat offender from previous episode's Scary Movie 3.
That's right.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
At the time, Pam had Baywatch, Home Improvement, and she was 2 years away from a very horny show called VIP, which I watched a lot.
I remember VIP. That was that show that was randomly on at midnight or something on, I can't even remember what channel.
It was like the CW before the CW. I don't know. I think it invented the CW.
It just aired in syndication. It didn't have a channel.
Oh, man, it was great.
I don't remember her on Home Improvement, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she was Lisa. She was the original Tool girl on the TV show.
No way!
Yes.
Wow. And then she left to do Baywatch? Or why'd she leave?
Yep, she left after 2 seasons to do Baywatch.
But yeah, she was there all the time. Tia Tamura Morrison.
My tools!
Repeat offender. Oh, that's going to get some play here. Repeat offender from Green Lantern and Speed 2 Cruise Control.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He's Boba Fett.
Yes.
The cast is all over the place because of IMDb doing it in order of appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is it Alec? Is it Alex? We'll just call him Xander Berkeley from A Few Good Men.
Same note, too.
Leaving Las Vegas, Heat, Gattaca, and Shanghai Noon.
Also in The Walking Dead and future Cinephobe's Bulletproof and Year One.
Andre Rosie Brown, repeat offender from Money Talks, Tango and Cash, and Class Act.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Shelley Desai, repeat offender from Delta Farce.
Charlie's landlord, Huang from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, yeah.
And Escape from LA, future Cinephobe.
I really feel bad for you guys because you look up the cast before you watch the movie. You're robbed of that joy. I'm like, oh, shit, Juan.
Miles Dougal from The Chase, which I loved. I think that qualifies. That's a future Cinephobe. Darrell Heath from Don't Be a Menace. Clint Howard, repeat offender from Tango and Cash.
He reprised his role in Pam and Tommy.
I can't remember. Was there a part, Maze, where they reenacted the shooting of Barbed Wire?
In the show at the premiere, we see a glimpse of him on the screen, and they redid this scene with new dialogue.
Don't do me dirty like that, Barb.
Now give me the money.
I thought we had a good thing going.
Well, I'm good, and you're a thing, and you best get going. Now give me the bag.
So fucking proud of you.
He's also in The Waterboy, future Cinephobe.
Udo Kier, repeat offender from Armageddon. Henry Kingy, repeat offender from Roadhouse, Class Act, Action Jackson, A Lowdown Dirty Shame, Armageddon, Gone in 60 Seconds, Daredevil, Hook, Last Action Hero, Batman and Robin, Predator 2.
Yes, most famously, El Scorpio is ready.
Yeah.
I was hoping for more El Scorpio. I was hoping El Scorpio was in this world.
I think that's the most shine he ever got.
Yeah.
We'll be chasing El Scorpio forever.
The excitement and delight of seeing El Scorpio on my screen.
Tom Lister Jr. from No Holds Barred and Friday.
Debo.
Patty Tippo, repeat offender from The Fan. Nicholas Worth, repeat offender from Action Jackson. Jack Wright, repeat offender from Over the Top. Scott Atkins, repeat offender from Gotti and the Goods. Tracy Coco, repeat offender from Virtuosity. And also from Virtuosity, Sarah Krasner.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
T.O. Smoot, repeat offender from Showgirls. He's the DJ. He's also in Starship Troopers. And Jack Noseworth from Event Horizon and future Cinephobe Idle Hands.
Barbed Wire is directed by David Hogan. Hogan directed Most Wanted, and then a bunch of music videos for Prince, the Gin Blossoms, Eddie Murphy, and Diana Ross.
Sheryl Crow, he directed the Blues Traveler Hook video. This was it. As a director, he was a second unit director on Alien 3 and Batman Forever.
3 writing credits on this movie. Eileen Chaikin, Chaikin 2.
Taken 3.
Screenplay and story credits. She wrote Dirty Pictures. She created the L Word.
Dirty Pictures.
Wrote 10 episodes of Empire.
And is an executive producer of the TV show Handmaid's Tale.
Chuck Farrer. Screenplay. Sudden Impact, Navy SEALs, Darkman.
Maze. Clip Ben Stiller trying to say
Brett Favre.
Hard Target, which I wish qualified more than any other movie.
It doesn't?
No.
How?
Too good.
The Jackal and the Green Hornet. And then Chris Warner gets character for the comic book. Also wrote 1 episode of Predator Hunters. Synopsis for Barb Wire. During the Second American Civil War in 2017, Barb Wire owns a nightclub called the Hammerhead. Things become complicated when her ex-lover, Axel Hood, who is married to the fugitive Karina Devonshire, re-enters her life.
Very convenient that it's chock full of exposition.
Yeah.
Exposition that we will get several times.
Oh my God.
So the Netflix synopsis is, in the midst of a Second American Civil War, hired gun Barb Wire is drawn into the conflict by an old flame looking to thwart a fascist regime.
Ooh.
That's a synopsis.
That's good, yeah.
The other one's just giving everything away.
Tagline, don't call me babe.
Oh shit, it was a tagline.
Other tagline, no laws, no limits, no turning back.
There seem to be a lot of laws and limits.
Almost too many.
They keep saying the free city of...
There's one free city and there's so many laws in this free city.
How free is this shit?
It's just because it's not under martial law? That's it? That makes it free?
Marshall Newhouse.
Newhouse Journalism School, Syracuse.
Oh shit, that's a good one. I concede.
$9 million estimated budget. Gross just $3.7 million US and worldwide. That's on me. Sorry, Pam.
Should have packed a banana and maybe some Gatorade.
Before we jump into this movie and you listen to the rest of this podcast, Barb Wire is available on Netflix. Freebie.
But only for 1 more week.
Oh, okay. Better jump to it.
Because this is in the future. It's done at the end of February.
Barb Wire receives 28% from the critics on 36 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 14% from the audience on over 25,000 ratings. Amin.
Wow.
Would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
The vaunted audience score is less than the critic score, but it still qualifies for both.
That doesn't happen that much, right?
It happens, but typically the critic score was too high, but then the audience score was low.
Yeah.
It qualifies on both levels, and the audience hates it even more. That one's rare. Give me the positives. Half full of tits.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Positive reviews. Hal Hinson of the Washington Post.
Oh, shit. I wanted you to say positive reviews. My STD test after watching this.
The movie carries its cyberpunk variation right through to the end, and usually with enough wit and craziness to freshen the mix. Then there's Pamela, whose tight, disciplined performance deserves more respect than it will almost certainly get.
Cyberpunk variation of Casablanca.
No. Jeffrey M. Anderson of Combustible Celluloid. There isn't a scene that Anderson Lee walks through that didn't grab my attention.
Okay, bro.
Same note, too. I mean, my goodness, guys. Like, Kim Williamson of Box Office Magazine. The focus remains on Lee throughout, and except for one flashback scene in which we see the young, compassionate woman she once was, she pretty much delivers.
That's total horseshit.
She was great in this. You shut your mouth.
No, talk about the flashback scene like it changed her character.
Oh my God.
Come on.
The worst army fatigues I've ever seen. Robert Roten of Larry Movie Scope. One of those outrageous, over-the-top comic book style movies, and as such, it's kind of fun. Mark Savlov of the Austin Chronicle. Buxom babes, big explosions, same, and black leather. Hey, pal. What more do you want?
I don't like the word buxom.
I don't either. It makes me uncomfortable. It's not a sexy word.
No, it's not.
It almost feels medical, which I know is not true, but for some reason to me, it feels medical. And then 2 user reviews, blank user 5 out of 5, good movie, and how can you not like the sights? Another blank user 5 out of 5, absolutely awesome, campy, breasty, more importantly, jam-packed with backstage insights into how government and military hoard out corrupt rat bastards, pull their dirty, heartless scams. This B movie brings the double E jugs of seriously scathing commentary on the skulking cowards behind the scenes of this mess of militarized totalitarianism and rips the Band-Aid off. Some really great stunts and fight choreography as well. I knew it would be hated on, but was a little surprised to see how little the tomatoes respected it. Great stuff.
It's a hell of a review. He managed to combine his two loves, tits and anti-government agendas.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Felix Vasquez Jr. of Cinema Crazed. A lemon of a comic book movie with an uninteresting heroine, bad acting, and a bland, humorless premise. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly. The irony of this style, with its high swank grunge clutter, is that it's too disassociated to have coherence even as pop. We're always aware that we're watching sets being photographed.
High swank grunge clutter is fantastic.
I was thrilled when I saw the Capitol building.
Same note too.
Oh my God.
Jonathan Rosenbaum of Chicago Reader. Its main source is a comic book, but it might as well be a computer.
What?
That's 20CB computer misunderstanding.
Oh.
We're in the Lawnmower Man era.
Oh, man, file.
Future Sport is around the corner, that type of
Future Sport
movie.
Two movies that nailed the future, you know? Future Sport in this one. Michael Dukina of themoviereport.com. The most inane and inept hoot fest, or for that matter, Hooter Fest, to hit the big screen since Showgirls.
File.
Kenneth Turan of LA Times.
Turan Low.
You haven't done a single one until that.
What?
Made with a wafer-thin stylishness that thinks dressing the congressionals like stormtroopers is creative. Barb Wire plods along, following one pro forma scene with the next.
It is wafer thin. A wafer thin mint.
Chris Hicks of Deseret News, Salt Lake City, Utah. There's something sad about Lee purposely sculpting her breasts to resemble basketballs, then parading around topless or near topless for most of the film, while her character is supposed to comically strike a blow for feminism.
It is.
Chris, I empower her to do whatever she wants. How about that? We should all empower her. That's her right. She wants to sculpt herself, she can sculpt herself. If she doesn't want to, she can. It's feminism all the way, regardless.
The fact that this movie was written by the woman who created the L word was a little bit surprising.
Oz of efilmcritic.com. Didn't know if you're doing the song or if you were coming. Forget straight to video. This should have been straight to hell. And then 2 user reviews. User Ted W, 2.5 out of 5. Terrible movie, super duper perverted. And then blank user, 1 out of 5. I've never seen Casablanca, so I can't call this movie a blatant ripoff of it. Oops. Though not knowing that doesn't make the movie any less awful. Sure, there's a few good action sequences and it delivers on the more arousing things. But the acting is awful. There's no real reason to have the movie take place in the future of 2017, simply because there's nothing futuristic about the art direction. The dialogue is laughably bad, and it doesn't have enough memorability to escape from Casablanca's shadow. Barb Wire is an awful softcore comic book movie, but the titillation should keep horny teens distracted for a while. It did.
Yeah, sounds like it. We've got a case study.
We'll get Amin's arousing first note.
What?
After these messages.
What?
Listener, what's up? Zach Harper, coming to you live from Just Making My Picks on Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. For my money and your money, the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. Again, that's daily fantasy sports. It's just you against the numbers instead of battling thousands of players, including like pros and sharks, those people that really try to game the system and screw you over. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Basketball's here, right? So check this out. This is the cool thing that I love from Prize Picks. You can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports and leagues. So if you want to do like more Patrick Mahomes yards and less James Harden points, you can do that. You can do that combination. You can do any combination that they have on there. You just go to the specials league. You want to play alongside people. Maybe you don't want to go it alone. Maybe you want to play alongside people. You can go to, I don't know, Meek Mill, Andrew Schultz. You find them in the community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week. And best of all, Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have the player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, that player is rebooted. Prize Picks, the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So I'll tell you what you do. You go to prizepicks.com/ding and use the promo code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100. Let me say that again for you. You go to prizepicks.com/ding. You use the code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100 from our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Amin, what is your first note?
All right, so I just want to point out, if you remember a few episodes ago, or actually it was a while ago, I was doing all these. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was a long while ago. It was the 200 Cigarettes episode. The timeline's all messed up. I was doing all these Courtney Love jokes.
What timeline? Is this because it got re-released? You're fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, I did this recently. And then I'm like, no, I didn't. I did this a long time ago.
But the timeline's fucked up.
Yeah. The Courtney Love jokes all came from the roast of Pam Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to pepper my whole thing with Pam Anderson jokes, but I tried to find the transcripts and I couldn't find it. All I found was Courtney Love saying, Pam and I are so opposite with drugs. I have to pay for mine. People say Pamela Anderson's nothing without her tits. And that's not true. That is not true. She'd be Paris Hilton. That's from Sarah Silverman. And yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Nick DiPaolo had some ones that...
Even for you. Wow.
Here's the one I can say. As an actor, you have the emotional range of Terry Schiavo.
Oh, my God.
Y'all remember who that is?
Yeah.
Don't say it. Just let people look it up. My actual first note is Dan... Narrator intro's position is back.
Maze, your first note?
Of all the podcasts and all the towns and all the world.
It's not a Casablanca movie.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
My first note, reminder. I snuck into this movie twice in 1996 at the age of 14.
Did you buy a ticket for this, sneak it in and no one figured out you were a child? Or did you buy a ticket for something else and then snuck into the theater?
So I saw it back-to-back weekends.
Yeah.
First weekend, bought a ticket for James and the Giant Peach.
Zach and the Giant Peaches.
Yeah. Same note too.
We went into that movie for 10 minutes and then left for Barb Wire. We thought we were so covert. And I guarantee we weren't.
Fucking two children.
There was like four of us, I think. 4 or 5 of us.
Did you guys stand on the top of each other's shoulders with a trench?
A lot of whistling and just kind of rocking back and forth, acting natural. So that was the first movie I ever did that for. Then we did it again next weekend. And the movie? Twister.
Did you also go into Twister for 10 minutes or something to cover your tracks?
No, I think we realized how dumb that was. I think we just went to the arcade of the movie theater and waited for Barbed Wire to start.
James and the Giant.
Yeah.
One for James and the Giant Peach, please.
Oh, I'm definitely going to go see that.
I love the works of Roald Dahl.
Steel Harbor 2017. The Second American Civil War. Surprisingly accurate, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely
pretty prescient, you know?
It reminds me of watching Demolition Man. It's like, oh, they're not that far off on a lot of this shit.
And we've got opening narrations position.
And not only that,
complete with screen scrolling text.
Shout out to Star Wars. The old democracy is overthrown by a tyrannical new group called the Congressional Directorate. Every city in the nation is under martial law except one. Steel Harbor, the last free city, a secluded island of shrinking independence. It is a place marked by chaos and crime, providing a home for a new kind of mercenary. And I said, this is supposed to be Casablanca?
Right, exactly.
There's just a desert with bomb noises in the background, and we built these credits.
Yeah! We built these credits on
Barbed
CG.
wire. With actual barbed wire.
I'm curious about something. Amin has stated He wants to be the first to go in a zombie apocalypse. He has no interest. Fight me, get it over with, right?
Yep.
But do you think you do well in a no more rules type of wasteland?
No.
You're not interested in either.
No, I do well. Well, maybe I would do well in barbed wire. I do well in a situation where there are a lot of rules, but I'm one of the few people who doesn't give a shit about them.
Okay.
Actually, barbed wire, because as we've established, or we're going to establish in this episode, shit ton of rules all throughout this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
It's insane how much rules and regulations for a supposedly free city.
By the way, the terrain shot they've been giving the entire time of that desert wasteland, all I could think of was Arrested Development. Those are balls.
Rock and roll version of Cameo. Word up.
We've got
the code
an
word.
opening credit scene of her in a tight leather bodysuit gyrating, and she's being sprayed with water by a guy in a tuxedo and a plastic poncho from a Gallagher show.
Yep.
Well, these gratuities have any relevance to the story whatsoever.
Yeah.
Zach is already done. Gone.
Sure do.
It doesn't have relevance to the story, but it's also the reason why this movie was made.
Yes.
No, it does have relevance for the story because everyone's enamored with her because of it. Everyone talks about her assets and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, it's got the most relevance we've ever had.
Disembodied voice. Give me more.
Funny enough, a drunk guy resembling Amin yells, "Come on, honey, get it all off."
Make me stand up for Queen and country.
So then all of a sudden he's not disembodied and it's a lot more annoying.
Yeah.
It's funny when you don't know where it's coming from.
Shot a velvet swing?
How could you tell it was velvet?
It looked velvety to me.
It's also soaking wet.
Well.
So Zach,
as she takes off her heel, he's like, "There you go, all of it."
Mr. Silas, this young lady's flashing her privates.
Oh, well, I'll dispose of this. All for Silas, all for Silas.
He yells, "Come on, babe." She whips that heel across the room and it's stuck right between his eyes. He falls back, eyes crossed, no ass.
Overreaction.
Bullseye. The crowd seems cool that she might have just murdered a man.
No, she murdered a man. She didn't mind.
Free City?
No, but he's murmuring, "I'm fine," when they carry him off.
Is he?
He didn't die. He just got hurt. If one more person calls me babe.
Ass on.
Charlie Kelly's landlord tells Mr. Santo the package has arrived.
I was so happy. I was like, I hope this dude is on for good, man.
My special order, under lock and key.
What about the new dancer?
The blonde with the gun. See? Relevance.
Cannons, people. Big old boobies.
It's her first night. Wang hasn't had a chance to feel her out yet as he makes a finger in a finger hole motion. Disgusting.
Yeah, the guy he's talking to looks like a grown-up version of the Broadcast Boys dude, Zach. What if I told you that Pamela Anderson had some big tits? Kazunkas.
Talking cannons, people. She tried to murder someone on her first night?
Yeah.
That's bold, man. And then he says, "I'm sure you'll be pleased with the special order. She's as tender as Tuscan veal." What?
Tuscan leather.
So, yes? No? I don't know. I wasn't sure.
And walks into the dressing room. "How's the crowd, honey?" Wet.
Ugh.
Sure is.
The Chinese girl is speaking French for some reason.
She speaks in French, and Pam says, "What?" And the other girl says, "She's Chinese."
But then the double take from Pam is ass off. It was fantastic.
I thought she was just legitimately confused.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was acting.
Oh, she's ass off. That's how you know.
Pam's eyebrows. Wow. So distracting.
It was the 90s, man.
I know it was the 90s, but it was aggressively 90s.
Nobody was looking at him.
I was looking at him. I couldn't stop staring.
Me neither. Charlie's landlord comes in and says, "Very well done. They loved you." He wants to talk about her coming back in his office. He'll be waiting.
Sure thing, big boy.
She exchanges a look with the other dancer. It's just one of those days. Pam tries to get into a big freezer in the kitchen, but it's locked. She's looking through her bag of her tools. She needs her tools. Manager comes in. She immediately switches to searching for a light for a cigarette.
Got a light? I don't smoke. Neither do I. Cobra formula?
It was Cobra formula, and then she blows a mini dart from that cigarette into his forehead, and he falls down.
Second straight murder.
She takes his keys, unlocks the freezer, and there's a teenage girl in there.
Who are you? I'm the one that's getting you out of here. Trust me. This is scintillating writing and line delivery so far.
By the way, ass off in death for Charlie Kelly's landlord.
Yeah, were you disappointed that his screen time was already done?
So disappointed, man, because I was so excited to see him. I was like, yeah. You know the story about how he got cast on Always Sunny?
No.
The part was written for a Korean man. That's why the name is Hwang, right? And then he just came in and he read for it and they were like, why not? Should we change the name? Like, nah, just leave it.
Someone's leading Santo into the kitchen, so they got to go another way. She throws her into this dumbwaiter cargo slide.
Trash chute.
Italian guard who discovers the manager's body, ass on. I'm almost inclined to lock it up for him because he even pulls his gun out with his ass on.
There's ass all over the place in this movie.
Wall to wall.
Pam throws a chair through a window that won't open. She's got a grappling hook.
What are you doing?
Ever see Batman?
Sound effects are an early leader for Horseman for me. The breaking glass, the grappling hook.
Oh, wow. Yeah. A little Foley work.
I started thinking that more than half of this movie was ADR.
Yeah. There's a lot of ADR in this movie.
A lot of ADR.
Sound effects fit into that.
As they're going to the ground, the girl's screaming and Pam goes, shut up. I thought that was real.
I thought they were both ass on.
No, she's great there. Shut up was real.
Then they leisurely jog away.
Yeah.
They're not running. It's just a little like...
She takes her to a couple in a convertible. Here's your little pride and joy. This dad is Louis Pinnock Award.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Wait! The mom is Louis Pinnock Award.
We thought we'd never see our little girl again.
I was spitting with these accents.
So here's my favorite part. Someone kidnapped my child. I'm waiting for them to rendezvous me with my child who's been kidnapped, perhaps in a sex trade.
Sure.
The mom is checking herself in the mirror. Like very nonchalant, like, oh, my hair, man. Like, oh, shit, man. I got to go back in the salon. What are you doing? What are you doing? Then the dad, why is he holding the briefcase like that?
I don't know.
I thought there was a gun in it. Okay, here we go. You're going to shoot at him. It's like, you shoot at his daughter? Like, that doesn't make sense. And then she says, honey, pay this woman her money.
Her money. Her accent goes away. Her southern accent. How did this Brit and this southern woman get together in Steel Harbor?
I'm afraid there's been a slight problem. I could only come up with half the money.
Half.
And then Pam...
She goes, half the money?
She does the thing that I do. It's like, shit, man. People talk to me in an accent, I talk back, and I don't mean to do it.
Fine, I'll take half your daughter.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Sure, we can negotiate something. Cut to Pam driving away in the convertible.
Which she'll never drive again in this movie.
Nope.
Voiceover internal monologues position.
It was the middle of the Second American Civil War.
We already got this part.
The world had gone to hell.
This makes the opening totally redundant.
The year was 2017, the worst year of my life. And 1 year before peak Amin would be hanging out with Michael B. Jordan and stepping on that hack Janelle Monáe's dress at the Black Panther premiere post party. She wasn't even in the goddamn movie, crying out loud. Why was she so dressed up?
Oh, now she's not going to release any of her music to you, Amin.
And then the goddamn Bucks got Lou Alcindor.
There's only one free city, and that's where I lived for 3 years.
Port Steel Harbor. What a shithole.
Where were you the other times?
Seattle.
Shot of the Capitol building, and that thing looks pretty damn stormed.
That's a painting.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this shit had me dying, man.
Did you guys get thrown by the abrupt fades to black?
Yes, like it was commercial.
Because I was like, oh, it's going to commercial. They're like, wait, it's on Netflix, and they're going to come back.
I couldn't tell if that was the cut that we got, that it was maybe a TV cut, or that was intentional, because it was bad.
It's Netflix.
I don't remember from 96 because I was jacking it too much in the theater, probably.
That's when Zach blacked out.
Just kept passing out and coming to.
Yeah.
And then also waking up.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. Speaking of jacking off, this woman being tortured. Tension? Her moans are doing things to me.
Yes.
At first, I thought she was being pleasured.
Oh, yeah. I thought someone was railing her in the Capitol building.
Railing her?
Yeah.
The Zack Snyder situation has escalated. Clip it, Mace.
Because Joss Whedon, who we know him as a guy who directed Avengers, Age of Ultron, as well as some other Marvel movies.
Didn't he have some shitty things happen or something?
Well, let me tell you something. There's some shitty things happening right here because
he
quote tweeted Zack Snyder's canon pick with the Hulk. I don't know how else to say this. Absolutely railing some woman from the back.
What?
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Where is this?
All right.
Because I'm not seeing it on his Twitter.
What Twitter are you looking at, Amin?
Yeah.
Did the internet fool me?
Are you too soon? I think the internet fooled you. I think the internet fooled you. This is not real.
Now that I read,
text doesn't even look real.
Did you read the caption?
To complain this game, you piece of shit. She says, I told you everything I know. They do a mind scan on her.
If they have a mind scan, Why do they need to interrogate her?
If they have a mind scan, why are there electrodes going into her tits?
That's a good question, too. You're going to electrocute her tits?
Well, that's how you get to the brain. It's through the vagina and the breasts.
Tell me about it.
Even the robot doing this scan is horny. It's like, oh, hold on, man. I got to grab one of her tits for this shit to work.
Citizen, I abhor torture, but your words just don't match your thoughts. Too many details you're just not sharing. Our little mind-reading device doesn't lie.
Too many incredibly descriptive details.
They put a giant rubber glove on this guy's arm. He wants to know where Dr. Karina Devonshire is. He pushes a screen. She gets electrocuted. The screen looks like the lightning strike from Troll 2. She's going to Steel Harbor, the free city.
But why?
We get breathless position here.
Yes.
Is what I called it. She's had plastic surgery.
They're giving her retinal lenses, helping her get out of the country to Canada. She's with a freedom fighter named Axel.
We get some shots of two people hopping off a boat. William Krebs has the retinal lenses. How are they getting her into the city?
Mr. Krebs from Bikini Bottom?
Different Krebs.
Face has changed. You wouldn't recognize her. Yeah, we get that. That's what plastic surgery means.
He says, "You're so beautiful. I'm sorry." And the guy with a French cigarette holder says, "Colonel Prizer, the executive counsel on line 2.
Who is cigarette holder guy?
I don't know.
Why is he always smoking in the operating room?
He electrocutes her to death and then says, "Put him on." They FaceTime about Cora D.
I'm not going to pander to that mythic name bullshit.
He would have hated A-Rod.
Everyone's taking turns with exposition. I also like the idea of calling everyone citizen.
I like that, yeah. Very Demolition Man.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that, citizen.
But he was using it as an insult.
Oh, as a pejorative, yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Devonshire still poses quite a problem to the Congressionals. Her escape could jeopardize our strongest defensive action yet.
Dr. Devonshire was privy to some of the most sensitive military secrets of the Congressional Republic. Her DNA holds the antidote to our greatest biochemical weapon. She must be captured alive at any cost.
I'll take care of your problem, citizen. I'll get my hands dirty for you again. I wouldn't be cleaning up your mess if you'd stopped her from escaping Washington in the first place.
Well, I had no direct knowledge of that operation. Of course, it was a vital part of our contract to assure...
You in? Dr. Karina Devonshire, Cora D, whatever she calls herself, it really doesn't matter. She belongs to me.
We get more voiceover re-explaining that Cora D is meeting Krebs for the lenses.
They have this machine strapped to our tits and our genitals and our mind, and we are getting 10,000 volts of exposition here.
This movie is going to set an all-time record for re-expositioning stuff we've already learned.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's double elimination.
I called it repeats position. We just went through this. Why are you telling us again?
You see, I do my homework, citizen.
Two people sneaking around the harbor, see a car flash its lights. Time to go. I love a good flashing of the lights.
It's Boba Fett.
Which one of you is Krebs? You'll meet him later.
That's good enough for them. They just get in the car.
And we're at the Hammerhead. Two guys brawling in the parking lot. Motorcycles everywhere. Debo grabs a guy by the throat with both of his hands and says, "Get to the back of the line," and toss him to the ground.
That's it for Tiny Lister. That's a wrap. Oh, Tiny.
Debo as the bouncer. You guys really miss out on the surprise. Little did I know the surprise was on me, that he would not appear again in this movie. And then the guys he let in are dressed like pimps.
Yeah.
And it takes me a while to figure out that they thought in 1996 that 20 years from now, people would be dressing like 40 years ago. It's fucking amazing.
Casablanca.
Oh.
We fucking bingo. I swear to God.
The realization, just
clip that. We're going to need that realization on deck.
Oh.
We hear a gun coat check guy say, "Leave the weapons," and a disembodied woman's voice says, "Don't lose the clip."
Yep. Off-screen ADR.
Shitty band playing. Bartenders are in cages.
This metal rotating gate, I don't think I've seen since going to the zoo in the 90s.
The Subway in New York.
Yeah, Subway in New York's got it.
Is it gratuitous if we don't see nipples, if nipples are not exposed?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm going to say no.
Because there's that one stripper comes down and her tits are all the way out, but she's got pasties over them.
I'm going to say no.
Not gratuitous.
I don't think so.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll let it go.
I'm going to allow it.
Udo Kier pops a bottle of champagne.
Enough to fill the Nile.
Oh, champagne.
Bobby in the house.
There's a guy getting a face tattoo all over his face.
Blue berets from the army are just fighting in the crowd.
They're dressed like Guile. like Jean-Claude Van Damme in Street Fighter.
And then Ranjit from How I Met Your Mother has made a small offer to Barb. Udo has a small fly tattoo under his eye and is named Curly.
Calling bald people curly.
20 CB,
That's
indeed,
a very
yeah.
20 CB move, man.
$1,500 to chop off the legs of your ex-partner? You must be joking. Naturally, she declined. Miss Wire doesn't accept this kind of job.
Ranjit is offended. My money is not good enough for her. He wants to make his offer in person, but Curly warns him not to do that.
Private Secretary Camille.
It's a dog that barks.
Oh, I see. Camille's a dog.
We get the DJ/PA announcer.
Clip it.
Couple of announcements.
To Bobby from Colleen, the test came back and everything is cool. And from Samantha the cow, you thieving, murderous bastard. If I ever see you again, I'll rip out your eyes and pluck up your ears. Damn it, I don't just tug at my heartstrings.
That's a terrible bar if we're doing requests. Wait, is he supposed to be Sam from Casablanca? Is that why he's black?
Nailed it.
There's a blonde guy with long hair and sunglasses at the bar, says to a woman, Chanel number 5. Am I correct? She says, yes, you are correct. He says, when I smelled it, I thought to myself, Charlie, now this is obviously a woman of significant breeding. And then I thought, I wonder if she'd like to do some.
She's already gone.
Breeding, that is.
What do you think about that, sweetheart? Who are you talking to? Some chick.
Where's your mercurial sister?
I said, Charlie talking about breeding. Which one between Mays and Zach is going to make an Amin joke? My money is on Zach.
No.
Pleasantly surprised that neither of you made that joke.
You would have waited for a guy in a plaid shirt to go talk to her.
In case you didn't realize by us describing it, Charlie is blind.
Are you blind? Yes, I am. So, wait, you're blind? Yes, blind.
He says, when you see his sister, tell her I only had 2, and the bartender holds up 9 fingers and he's ass off.
This snitch-ass bartender. And I said, another Zach joke at my expense coming right here.
No, I just said Charlie is her blind brother.
Whatever you say, Charlie, that's my boy. He said it.
You guys are going to love when I realize that Charlie's blind.
Wait, you haven't realized that yet?
Just thought he had sunglasses on and was acting cool and not making eye contact.
He looked right in her direction as he was talking. She was gone.
I thought it was just because he had no games.
Oh, my God. All right, the custom police block the car in an alley with the 2 stowaways in it. Stay put. We'll handle this.
A lot of ADR in this scene.
Pouring rain. Tia Tamara says something feels wrong. This is making Cora nervous.
Look, we just stick with the plan, okay? The cop shoots the guy. Change of plans. Let's go.
I laugh.
They unload their guns into the car.
They're surrounding the car. They're on both sides of it.
There's an explosion that happens. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
It looked like it got farted out of the truck.
It also looks like the guys behind the car didn't know that stunt was coming because they go running away.
Very possible.
They look legitimately scared. Then when they go look in the car, they're not there. And a cop blows a whistle like he's Ed Malloy.
So they can spread out.
Where'd the whistle come from?
No one saw them escape and walk right into an open door?
That's right.
Curly walks into Pam's office with a perm wig. What is happening?
Oh, man.
There's this curly wig.
What?
That's why he's called Curly, Zach.
He wants to talk about payroll. She says no, not a good moment. There are 3 offers to sell black market dollars. I don't know what that means.
Nope.
There's another offer to buy the bar, an urgent request to contact.
I've contracted the resistance.
Contract the resistance? Contact?
From a legal prostitute.
For an African prostitute.
And a badly scented proposal of marriage. What does that mean? Badly scented?
It's not Chanel number 5.
A smelly guy?
No, it's not that. It's in the 20th century, people would write letters, and if you were trying to write a love letter, you would spray it with your cologne or your perfume.
Oh, all those were from the mail?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was saying also these people here have been asking for this.
No, he just read all their mail.
Well, that's a violation. That's a crime. Oh, no rules.
No more Valentines, Curly. And a close-up of her ass as she walks by the camera. Amin? Cheek status?
Oh, here we go. 0 cheeks for Pam. It'll be a menage a note, but somehow they'll both pin it on me.
I didn't even think about it.
Oh, okay. Just Maze then. I got it. You guys notice this? She does this a lot in this movie. She has her hand out before he even tells her he needs to hand her something. Like when he hands the mail.
Yeah, because she runs that shit, man.
All right.
You think that's bad acting?
Zach's going to defend every choice that Pam makes. I mean,
not every choice
in this movie.
I have some real problems with some bubble work later on.
Some bubble work
from the bubble bath.
They should have hired a better bubbler.
A worse bubbler. She throws his wig on the ground, says it's awful. He brings up tomorrow being payday as she looks at her secret wall of armory.
What am I going to use for money? A smile?
She's got it covered.
She's going out for a while. Just how far out are we going? I want to get some air. But I thought you got some air last night. This didn't happen. This isn't happening either.
Anybody ask? I'm taking a bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
What's your callback?
No, bubble bath.
Bubble bath.
You got a clip.
Yeah, we all said it.
The hormone month. Okay.
We all did it. Then why are you saying you got to clip it?
You just say gotta clip it.
Let's just relax and take ourselves a nice hot bubble bath. Bubble bath. Bubble bath. If you need me, I'll be in the bubble bath. Bubble bath.
As her elevator goes down, she tells him just keep Charlie out from under the tables. It's embarrassing.
Charlie!
Someone in a blonde wig rides her motorcycle through the street.
I'm convinced that they made her hair cover her face so much to make the stunts easier.
She then looks around, speeds away.
Pointless scene.
Axel and Cora are sneaking through. They attack 2 guards outside a warehouse.
Just by bull rushing them.
He does. She gets her ass beat.
Axel whoops their ass.
They drop their guns. Hand-to-hand fight.
Then he breaks a guy's neck and says, "Sweet dreams."
The sound effect on that
Oh my God.
is glorious.
Sweet dreams.
Like a chiropractor.
They need to find Krebs.
Pam voiceover exposition while posing in a doorway. She's got a moonlight to keep her bar running. Not an easy life. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
If you have to hook to keep your bar open, maybe you should sell the bar. Maybe you should read one of these letters and be like, you know what? On second thought, I will do that deal.
And in this world, you got to use everything you got. See, they're talking about her assets.
Big sweaty bald man is intrigued.
Oh,
This guy is a human donkey.
you know who this guy is, right?
Oh boy. Who?
This is Knicks president of basketball operations, Leon Rose.
Come on, man.
An ass off for Leon Rose, who's horny.
He is humming his ass off here.
The bow tie makes it better somehow.
And his dirty ass shirt and suit. This guy hasn't changed his clothes in a week's time.
This is what I imagined you look like, Zach, watching fucking Barb Wire in the theater.
Nah.
Just sweating through everything.
He's out of fluids.
There's a disembodied voice in the background, presumably yelling at another hooker. I love you.
You a cop? She opens her coat and says, "You see a badge? You got your med reg? Full medical. Checked yesterday." And he grabs a card from her and it's a license for prostitution.
A lot of bureaucracy in the future.
It's the American Civil War, but at least we have licensed sex workers.
Yep.
The date says January 7th, 2019. That's what we call a continuity error.
No, that's when it expires. Yeah, she's got a license for a couple of years.
Yeah, Maze. What you want? You want an expired license?
She just said she got her full medical as of yesterday, and it says good health as of January 7th, 2019. Learn to read.
And what is this shaming sex workers thing you've got going now?
Yeah, what's that about?
They're too old for you?
How am I shaming them? What are you talking about?
The tone of your voice. Go listen back. You know what? Clip it.
You guys are so preoccupied with my tone. Oh, Maze, your tone is so offensive. Oh.
Hey, nice nuts. It's the next line.
There's a little person.
Walking in circles.
Yeah. And she says, "Get a life." Kind of harsh. He likes to play rough. She does too. And the guy leads her to a fence that he unlocks with a retinal scanner.
This dude is so horny, he can barely walk.
Oh.
He's walking wide leg. You know, when you got to conceal the hard on, and so you're like, I'm Temecula's newest hard on, dog. He's walking kind of bow-legged with his ass out.
He's completely ass off trying to get into this apartment quickly. He wants to fuck.
Fumbling those keys.
He drops a bag of porno mag.
Great shot by the director. That camera shot up of him fucking around with the door.
Oh, yeah.
I really thought that was a good shot.
Fantastic.
You liked a Dutch angle from the knees shooting upward?
It was awesome.
He looked like such a donkey.
And then I said, so much porn. The mountain of porn this guy
How many magazines? How many?
This motherfucker just went to town.
Look, man, he was either going to jack it or buy something, you know? Good for him.
That's a classic 20CB vision of the future, just that porn magazines would still be
everywhere,
bountiful in the Civil War.
They're still out there, right?
Not only that, but Lindsay Drew's letter magazine, still only £1.95. Why is this in British currency? Number 2, damn, that's cheap. This is 20 years in the future. They thought it was still less than £2 too quick.
Goodness.
They did not anticipate inflation.
Jesus, man. Also, Lindsay Drew, real person, did some research.
In my defense, we were doing research for a movie that involved a certain adult film actress, and so I was searching.
That's
on the computer. Whoa! What are you doing?
I bet you did. She tells him to go change into something more comfortable. How about something less comfortable?
Leon Rose is so horny.
She says, I can hardly wait.
She kinda
almost
said
said
it.
She scans the wall with some sensor goggles and finds Mr. Krebs.
Yeah, this is glasses that are attached to a stethoscope type thing, not just x-ray glasses. The toilet flushes, she tosses her gear, drops her coat, and Ruben comes out in a gimp suit with a paddle.
This dude is sweating.
Did you wash your hands?
No, I was bad.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I was bad. Oh, golden dumpster.
It's pretty ass up.
And he's breathing like Seth Rogen, and this is the end. Now close your eyes and turn around. She knocks him out with the paddle. Oops. She puts this foam outline on the wall, plugs in a wire, puts the mattress up, hides behind a table, and blows the wall off.
That's actually a really smart tactic to put the mattress up.
Yeah.
Unlike one movie we saw a year ago or so, but the guy blows up the door and is just standing right there next to the door. The shrapnel will shred the shit out of you, man.
I think you're talking about Bangkok Dangerous when he blows up Mr. Blonde dick first.
So I really enjoyed that. This was one of the rare places where they're like, no. Let's be realistic with this. Put a mattress up.
Two sketchy guys from the lobby hear it and run up. She stops Krebs from grabbing a gun and she cuffs him.
Now there's just a hole in the mattress and feathers are all over the place, but it's created a nice little scooped out tunnel to get through the wall.
These guys who are protecting Krebs go in just shooting
wildly.
They don't take a look.
Oh, man.
They don't assess anything. They just walk in firing.
And she is somersaulting like Nick Fury to dodge after kicking a coffee table at one of them.
I like that. She's back in the Gimp's apartment.
These guys are dressed like the fucking goons that run with Biff in Back to the Future. The spats and the wide pant legs and everything.
Casablanca.
The feathers are fucking everywhere throughout this whole scene. Zach, you said these guys come in and just unload. They don't just unload. Boys, Guns Akimbo Month is back.
Oh, yeah.
And now watch this note. Remember, I didn't know anything. I did no research. I'm just watching this movie dry. I said, my man is shooting like El Scorpio. Imagine my delight later. It blew my fucking mind. I was like, no.
One of these guys is shooting these guns like he's ringing dinner bells. It's not how anyone shoots a gun, ever.
Lots of cuts and whooshing sound effects. She hits one of them with a fridge door, kicks the other. She's diving back behind the table in slow motion. Lots of screen flashes.
We get that iconic shot of her crouched with the lean with two guns firing.
Stretching like Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I love this bulletproof table. Where can I find one? It looks like wood, but trust me.
But it's not, man. It's Kevlar.
Yeah, it will stop every single bullet.
He hears her reloading. He goes to move in. She kicks him. He tries to pin her against the wall with the chair. She slides down and Johnny cages him.
Obliterates his nuts.
But I'll start punching your nuts.
But he doesn't react.
It's bad acting.
He just takes it.
Maybe his nuts are made from that table.
Yes, up until the point where she steps on them, and then all of a sudden they hurt.
She puts her heel on his nuts and says, "You're not getting soft on me, are you?"
Yeah.
Never. He says, "Okay, you can have them."
Young Zach thought she looked right into the camera.
She tells Krebs he's her last bail jumper. The guy from before sneaks up with a machete.
That was some nice kicking. You really know your stuff, babe.
What did you call me?
1, why did you announce yourself? 2, she reacted like Marty McFly being called chicken.
Yeah.
She grabs a gun. "Don't call me babe." And she shoots him out the window.
Bang, bang, bang.
But she broke a nail.
God damn it.
Because that's feminism. Kicking ass, but still being a bad boss bitch while doing it. Work, slay.
Yas queen.
Yas queen.
She drives Krebs on her motorcycle like it's Red Dead Redemption.
Yep. Put him on the back of the horse and let's go.
Clint Howard comes out. "Pleasure to see you. You're looking rather buoyant this evening."
Shut up. My fee.
See, guys?
His hairline has to be one of the worst ever.
Oh my God.
It's behind his ears.
I submit to you, it's not terrible. Why? Because it's been the same for his entire fucking life.
Since he was 11.
Since he was on Star Trek.
Yeah.
This is the fucked up part. In Star Trek, they made him play like some alien because he looks so fucked up. And I was like, damn, that must do a toll on your goddamn psyche as a child, right?
Yeah, you've got to become super successful. Like, you just have to use that to drive you. And he's done it.
Okay, so this leads me to our next point. Do you guys think that he's rich? Is Clint Howard rich?
Yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely. I bet he's produced a bunch of shit with his brother, too.
I don't think so. I think
Really?
he's just been doing acting work. Yeah.
No, there's no way.
He's only produced 2 things. 254 acting credits, though.
Yeah, man. This motherfucker's whole life is just being the weird freak show since he was a child.
I don't agree.
What do you mean you don't agree?
I think Clint Howard isn't rich. He's a poor man's Steve Buscemi. Or a very poor man's Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi's rich.
That's what I mean.
That's why he's a poor man. What do you not get it?
This says Clint Howard has a net worth of $4 million. There's no way.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
It's got to be way more.
No, I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you, man. Like the reason why he acts the reason why he acts so much is because
It says that Ron Howard's is $205 million. I don't believe that either. That's got to be way more.
way more.
The internet's led me astray.
Point being, that's why he acts so much, man, because he doesn't have any money. He's a working actor,
You're
right?
acting like he's doing Uber on the side.
No, I'm not saying he's poor. I'm saying he's not rich. You don't have 250 acting credits and all of them are bit scenes and shit. When has he ever been a star? Never. I'm going to write a movie where Clint Howard's going to be the star.
Good luck getting that funded and made.
He's going to go to Ron Howard. Okay.
There you go. Go to Amblin Entertainment.
Shut up. My fee, $10,000. No. Price went up on this one.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
You told me Krebs was alone and unarmed. He wasn't.
Bounty hunting is an ugly, unpredictable business. Barb, you of all people should know that.
Maze, did fucking The Mandalorian steal that line from this? You know the part with Warner Herzog? Bounty hunting is such an unpredictable foul... Whatever he says in the first episode of The Mandalorian.
Though I acknowledge that bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping.
She wants $20K. He tosses her cash. She wants Canadian.
This is going to fuck up Zach's Canadian dollars joke that he always makes. Because she actually wants Canadian.
He claps and some goons come out.
Including El Scorpio.
He thinks he's being extorted.
El Scorpio is ready.
As a duly authorized officer of the court, I must protest.
I didn't recognize it was El Scorpio at this point because it was just really quick.
I didn't either until he was in the room. 20,000 Canadian now. The goon hands it to her. Pleasure doing business with you, Barb. If it was a pleasure, I'd charge more. She rides off and Krebs falls off the back of her bike.
Barb tear.
Back to the Hammerhead. And these guys are still fighting outside.
Yep, same band playing, same people fighting.
Pam is walking through the crowd, goes to Curly. Everything was okay? Candy from a baby. Pay the help for God's sake.
Soldier calls her over. He's going to the front lines tomorrow. I was wondering, you look beautiful. Would you dance with me? Come on, Barb, give him a thrill.
She walks out. The soldier can't believe it. Me neither.
Dancing with the barbed wire.
He's from Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Or what's left of it.
Did you hear the Congressionals just took over Denver? This guy's no game.
This is slightly before Battlefield Earth would also ravage Denver.
That's true. Poor Denver. Does he have a girl back home? Yes, misses her every day. She says, close your eyes and pretend that she's in his arms. Just then, Steel Harbor PD busts in and fires a warning shot into the air.
He's got a handlebar mustache, voiceover exposition. Willis, Steel Harbor's chief of police. He was a drunk with sticky fingers, but at least he was honest. He admitted he was a liar and a thief. An honest liar and a thief.
We get an ID check of a middle-aged guy. Wrong ID. Arrest him. She says good luck to the soldier, walks away. His ass is off as he is perturbed. He can't believe he just missed out on this.
That soldier? Horny.
Same.
And he was really upset. Oh, shit, man. I was just about to nut. And then we get to the police chief, and I'm watching the police chief, and I'm saying, is he ass on or is he ass off? And then I realize he's pretty horny, too.
Oh, yeah. Everybody is around her.
Everyone's really horny in this movie.
She asks Willis what's going on. It's a messy business tonight, Miss Wire. Most unpleasant. A rather spectacular double homicide in the Old Harbor. We're checking a few IDs. We have reason to believe this might have been resistance related. as your bar is non-discriminating. This town's more nefarious side.
How long's this gonna take?
Everything's negotiable.
They go up to her office. He just helps himself to some cognac. Nyak, nyak.
She's getting dressed like the demon in Golden Child.
Yeah.
Behind a fully see-through room divider.
She says she's been saving her lunch money to upgrade the place.
I didn't know you were open for lunch. Barbed her.
A little gun running here, some bail jumping there, the occasional midnight detonation. Those are the kind of jobs that pay for new toys.
I don't moonlight.
I do. It's very profitable.
Banter.
He lights a cigar and blows smoke.
Why is he harassing with the bullshit arrests?
Moi? Bullshit arrests? 2 of my men are dead. Homicidal thugs, but they're my homicidal thugs.
I love it.
They're my thugs.
This is my turn.
Why does he think resistance was involved? Does she have any other info? He kisses her neck and she calls it sexual harassment.
Yeah.
He stops and calls her Barbara Kopetsky.
Golden dumpster. Her name is Barbara Kopetsky. Because I refuse to believe Wire was a real last name.
Yeah, that's where you draw the line.
He has more important things on his mind than this cat and mouse. He wants to know where Krebs is and she plays dumb.
Never heard of him. Why are your men watching him? How'd she know that?
$1 million bounty on his head. He can make it worth someone's while. And she says goodbye. And he says the congressional delegation is visiting, including Colonel Prizer. He might bring them to the Hammerhead.
Did you notice that she's got a wall hanging of antiqued barbed wires?
No, I didn't. But I did notice she has like this huge beanbag type of chair.
Yeah, she goes and flops on her chair to create blocking in the scene for no reason.
No, there's plenty of reason.
She's got to be doing something. So she's changing, then she goes and flops on the chair. She's looking in the mirror. It's all very scripted and natural.
Willis says he doesn't need to make more arrests for the usual $3K.
They barter.
She says $1,500.
Barter's position.
$2K.
Haggle's position is what I called it, Maze.
She wants $30 for the cognac.
Add it to my tab, Miss Kopetsky.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, man, I would love to say add it to my tab.
And then she says to no one in particular,
Miss Kopetsky died in the war. I'm Barb Wire.
Why did she just talks to herself?
That self-exposition about her name, that she's just talking right to the camera. He's already gone.
An entirely useless scene. Next day.
Hold on. He walks out and she keeps talking to no one in particular, and that's fine. But her brother talks to someone who walks out, and it's because he's blind automatically.
He thought he was talking to someone.
So did she.
She wasn't wearing sunglasses, Amin.
Oh, that's why. Got it.
Next day, guy stumbles into the Hammerhead. He needs a drink.
Ass off for this dude.
Of course. This is you every morning.
Bam says he's had enough already. Ah, blow me. Camille, package check. Dog runs up and bites his dick.
His face is getting beat red.
Ass off?
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. I don't know if I should give it away. It's in the trivia.
Camille sits on command while still biting his dick, and she says, now you don't want to see her roll over, do you? Camille outside, and she drags him out by the dick.
Have a nice day. Yes, ma'am.
I like the way he shuffles.
He shuffles his ass off, man.
And that's the scene.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing to it other than her dog is loyal.
And bites nuts.
Her dog is loyal, which is a trait that does not need to be highlighted because it never comes up. There's never a moment where like the dog saves the day with loyalty.
It already came up when the guy wanted to go give the offer himself and the dog barks.
And the growl, that's it.
That scene was also unnecessary.
I guess, yeah.
There's one moment where the dog doesn't do what she wants. So I guess they were setting that up.
Nighttime. Willis is there. He's dressed in his uniform. She's giving him the best table in the house for Willis and the delegation.
Again, she has her hand out before fucking Curl even shows up to hand her anything. It's insane.
She's trying to be as efficient as possible. She's not waiting around. She's a real boss bitch, okay?
I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass.
Guests from Washington command respect. I think you're confusing respect with fear.
And they come in their SS uniforms.
Bizarre camera angle overhead. There's a looming shadow of Prizer coming through the door. The music is insanely dramatic.
It tries to make him look big and tough. He's 5'3".
Most people in Hollywood are short, right?
Yeah.
You got to be really short to like, they can't even hide it. They can't even make it look like you're not short.
Yeah.
If this is a free city, then why is this guy carrying himself like he's the boss of all bosses?
Great question.
Because he's got a squad of Nazi soldiers with huge machine guns following him wherever he goes.
Willis says, speak of the devil, they are punctual. I'll give him that.
Like Germans.
Wants Barb to join them for a drink later. Put it on his tab.
She says fat chance, and I said...
20 CB. Yeah, same note too.
Fat chance that he pays or fat chance that she'll join him? Doesn't matter. Let's keep moving.
Prizer says to wipe that smile off of Willis's face. This burnt out hellhole is the last place he wants to be. And if it wasn't for his complete incompetence, he wouldn't be there in the first place.
Prizer is a terrible actor. He's ass on.
Oh, he's so bad. Willis tries to explain why Krebs and Cora D aren't extradited already. Prizer interrupts.
However, due to circumstances outside of our control...
Listen carefully.
Change of plans.
If Cordy escapes, I will personally rip your heart out of your ass and stuff it back down your throat.
Bad writing.
That's not very sanitary.
Good writing.
When you're bad mood, bad writing. When you're good mood, good writing. That's art.
Yeah, exactly. The eye of the tiger.
DJ tells the crowd to enjoy someone or something illicit if you can get it.
Curly recommends the steaks.
They serve steak?
Barb comes over and Prizer says she needs no introduction. They've heard of her in Washington.
They've heard of her tits all over the country.
Word is that she used to fight with the resistance. Shouldn't believe everything you hear.
I'm neutral. I'm a businesswoman. Perhaps we can do business.
Willis says she has a very keen sense of commerce. Then I'll get to the point. There's a fugitive, a trader in Steel Harbor, intends to make a crossing into Canada with some more disenchanted citizens.
Do I look disenchanted to you?
I'm sure that your business dealings bring you in contact with all levels of society. Her name is Cora D, one of those overly romanticized resistance names.
I don't know what she looks like. Re-exposition.
Retinal scanner, that'll prove it.
Well, I guess it's hard to find somebody unless you know what she looks like.
Bigger retinal scanner movie than Mission Impossible.
Or Minority Report.
This is my note, of course. And then the line after it says, Amin, you don't need to write a specific note about this. Just say it randomly at any time.
Can they count on her assistance?
I legit don't know what the fuck I was talking about, but I knew in that moment to just say it.
Curly interrupts, says trouble in the kitchen. They need her.
Very interesting woman.
With most impressive assets. See, I told you guys. Don't fight me on this.
What?
He's really digging his heels into the tits are part of the storyline.
They are. Throughout the whole goddamn movie, that's all everyone references.
Boba and Cora D show up.
Why not?
To the same place where the Nazis that are looking for them are, but it's okay because they don't know what she looks like.
I believe the song playing is "The beat is sweet and it melts in your mouth."
This is the one scene they did in ADR because you can't hear what she's saying at all.
Axel asks for Barb or Charlie Kopetsky. They see Prizer in the table and they see the pics of what she used to look like.
Photos are still on the table.
Very well lit. Ass off for the guy on the balcony standing next to him who's trying to casually dance. I believed it.
Axel sees Charlie and goes to talk to him. It's at this point that I was just praying Amin wouldn't keep up that Star Wars bullshit from Speed 2.
No, I couldn't.
He's out of lines. He already used him up 10 minutes into Speed 2.
Yeah, and she said, who are we meeting? Boba Fett says, somebody that I used to know. You didn't have to cut me off.
Hello, Charlie. This must be a PTSD flashback. He swears he just heard an old voice from the battlefield. Earth?
And he says, surprised to see me? Too soon, Boba.
Do I look surprised? He takes off his sunglasses. His eyes are white.
Oh, shit. Charlie's blind?
What?
Film noir.
Not film noir.
Not at all.
What?
You're blind.
Yes, you didn't hear. A congressional smart grenade followed him to his foxhole.
Blind's position.
So much exposition.
He says Axel has a lot of nerve coming in there. Charlie says it's not a good idea to talk to Barb. She took Seattle a hell of a lot harder than he did. He needs help with local resistance. Haven't you heard? Barb's retired. Better leave before she sees you.
Charlie keeps going back to this, haven't you heard? Well, before he delivers more exposition.
Because he can't see.
Come on.
Because he can't see. He has to say, haven't you?
Curly points out Axel to Barb. She walks up and punches him.
Charlie's counting it down from 3.
The no-look countdown is what I...
It's not a no-look countdown. He's blind.
He just calls it a countdown. He says he remembers when she believed in something. I remember how it felt, like I was kicked in the stomach.
Yeah. He's talking to her, and she's pacing.
Oh my God.
Back and forth.
Pacing for no reason, just giving her an action.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Amin. She's pacing like Darth Maul in that fight.
No. She's not pacing. I misspoke.
She's just walking back and forth.
She's literally leaving, and then like, wait, I'm gonna walk this way. Wait, I'm gonna walk this way.
Oh, but trying to follow her is hilarious.
He wants her to trust him, like I did in Seattle.
He doesn't have time to explain about Seattle. We'll get that exposition later.
She says he's 3 years late. Won't let him pay for his drinks. Willis notices.
Such blatant disregard for money.
Prizer's leaving, says he hopes she'll think about their offer. She mutters, I'll think about it.
To no one in particular.
Cora says to Axel that Barb is in love with him.
Cora, there's quite a lot of things I need to tell you.
Charlie calls them over.
That's Matt Murdock level hearing to pick out Boba's voice at that range.
I can help. The blind leading the blind.
Ho, ho, ho!
Go to Steel Harbor Metal Works, front for the resistance. They walk in, they get surrounded. They're marched to sit in back-to-back chairs, and they go through retinal scans to prove it's Cora D. It's confirmed.
Some good exposition there. We got a woman named Spike
with a voice modulator.
Yep, clip her voice box.
Cora D, I'm honored. We've been looking for you. I never thought I'd meet a legend in person. I'm Commander here. They call me Spike.
You're so young.
Maybe, but I'm tough.
Spike, ass on.
Cora hopes they can help her.
By the way, Art's got competition for later on, okay?
Hold on. First of all, why?
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 Why make her a voice box?
Why?
Because it's the future.
That's not a mic on the side of her face? Are we going to explain it? No, we're not going to explain it.
No need.
Didn't you see her adjust the dial?
What dial?
Doesn't matter. They're looking for retinal lenses.
Number 2, hold on. Are combat boots functional?
No.
For combat?
I don't think they are.
They're mad heavy and clunky.
Well, hold on. The Oakley ones are really functional.
Oh.
Really light, really comfortable.
Zach, you don't have to pump them up anymore.
They come in camo.
You're not trying to sell them to me and Amin.
They come in black, and they come in snow camo. Snow camo ones are pretty cool.
You still got them tactical boots?
They're looking for the retinal lenses. Exposition about Schmitz having
Everybody's chasing their own tail. Boba says lenses are worth $2 million on the black market. This market is black notch. And even if the lenses do a bad job, they get another $2 million.
That's the rate.
How does that money help you? Well, it does, because that amount is called by quote.
No way Cora can get past the retinal scanner checkpoint and get on that plane. Cora's completely ass on. They can't find Schmitz. They can't find Krebs. Only Barb would know. And she doesn't do anything for free. They're low on cash.
Plane lease for Canada in
24 hours.
Back to bail bonds. And holy shit.
Yes. Is that a El Scorpio? I was blown away.
You guys were blown away by El Scorpio. Meanwhile, this henchman has a Drew Gooden hair patch ponytail.
That's where Drew got it from, I think.
And he's having a conversation on a rotary phone.
What do you see, B?
Where he doesn't want to say I love you in front of his coworkers. Cue the Amin story about his friend.
Oh my God.
I love you.
Who was on the phone? Your mother.
Ooh, always a good comeback.
Prizer's guy busts in and they shoot up the place.
Okay.
And he walks in slowly with Willis.
Everyone's dead. What's the end game?
What is he, Spence from Baller?
Don't know how you do things in Washington, Colonel, but I do make the occasional arrest without slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
And then Prizer blames his underling. You incompetent. The underling says, sorry, sir. They resisted.
None of them were Schmitz. They see a pick of Krebs on the table. Prizer needs a body without a head wound.
Bottle of wild turkey, product placement, next to a gun on a table.
Charlie walks in the Hammerhead. Barb is on her back in a booth, drunk. Doesn't want company, doesn't want advice.
He gives it to her anyways.
Drink when you want to remember, Barb. Don't drink when you want to forget.
That's my philosophy. That's how I do this pod.
That's not true. You're trying to drunken recall your previous drunkenness.
Yeah.
ASMR of the booze pouring into ice, close up on her face.
We get a flashback exposition of Seattle.
Boba says, I'll be there. I promise.
The absolute worst fake army fatigues ever. Good Lord.
This is our big Seattle flashback. There's a siren.
There's fire.
There's gunfire sound effects. There's a helicopter. There's missiles whistling.
Her eyebrows are so distracting.
I love how they tried to make her look very non-glamorous. There's not a lot of makeup.
Is that what they were doing? I couldn't figure out what they were doing.
Like she's been hardened by this Seattle thing.
Yeah.
And that's why she's barbed wire.
They wiped off her makeup, basically.
Soldier says Axel isn't coming. They've got to go. And we're back to present day. And that's when Schmitz walks in.
That's the whole flashback?
That's it, man.
So he just didn't make it to the helicopter and she's pissed?
They only had the helicopter rented for 2 hours, okay? They didn't have a lot of time.
This is the worst flashback. It's been the linchpin of a movie that we've ever done.
She says he cheated her out of $1 million. She should blow his head off. He says, lucky for me, you don't hold a grudge. Don't I? Welcome to Cinephobe.
He says it's pocket change to what's going down. Then he says it's worth $2 million. So
that's not pocket change.
$1 million is pocket change to $2 million.
The prices in this movie are wildly out of control.
Insane, man.
They couldn't count above $5 million. They didn't know how to do that.
They never contemplated inflation.
Not once. I don't know if this is a lot or a little, to be honest with you.
He wants to sell the retinal contact lenses, smuggle them from Germany, get through every retinal scan. Schmitz had a buyer and it fell through.
More re-exposition.
Those belong to Krebs' friends. Give them back, say sorry. Schmitz says they'll kill him. Koresh slaughtered his office.
With or without these, I'm a dead man.
Relax, Schmitz. You can only die once.
He's holding the contact lenses up this whole time. Not quite like the ooze because it's not over his head.
But pretty close, though.
Definitely to keep it in the shot so we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Barb, I know I double-crossed you. I made a mistake. It happens. I want to trade the lenses to you.
You want out? Click your heels together 3 times.
Reference.
More re-exposition that they're worth $2 million Canadian.
Could fix Charlie's eyes in Europe.
I don't buy. I don't sell. Get out.
You'll regret this. I'll add that to my list.
This is one of the rare times I got to shout out to the director. The lighting is pretty cool. Half of his face is in the darkness. Also, only her eyes are lit. The rest of her face is kind of in the shadows. I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that's a nice, like, artistic look.
So after threatening her, he hides them in her kitchen, and Charlie hears?
He heard it.
Where he stashed them?
Yep.
He's Daredevil.
What a film noir this would be if Buddy ain't blind for real.
Sound effect, fade to black.
They have one of the dead bondsmen hooked up.
That's Ponytail Drew Gooden.
Only get a few seconds of his mind movies.
My head movies.
His head movie.
Ass on.
They electrocute him. They record it all. They play back in slow motion, and they see Barb.
It's all about the memories, man.
Remember that time you were in the alley with barbed wire? You're the hugest boner.
Willis says it could be a dream because every man dreams about barbed wire.
Prizer says she's in possession of the contact lenses, and Willis says, all this for some Bosch and Loms? And I said, do you think Bosch and paid for that reference?
Yes, absolutely.
When did the real law ever matter to you?
Law. If she exits the city, Willis's relationship with the Republic would be severely compromised. Painfully compromised.
That's after a lot more re-exposition about Cora D.
I'm skipping through that shit.
But we haven't gotten the exposition yet about what Cora D does or has.
Whoa, it's coming.
Cut to the Hammerhead. Barb is in a clear bathtub.
Like the hot tub in Club Dread?
Bubble bath.
The bubble bath.
Oh my goodness.
I kind of feel like that's one of the first things to go in a dystopian future.
Bubble baths?
Bubble baths.
Yeah.
It can't be, right? We're not doing this anymore.
You don't have the time.
No, you're running for your life half the time.
Yeah, and that city has no laws, but all the laws at the same time.
No.
Someone's creeping around. It's Axel.
Gratuitous, by the way.
Gratuit nip slip.
Yep. Order up.
She wants to know how he got in. Where's her dog? He says, I'm irresistible to females.
Attaboy, player.
So there's your film noir, I mean. The dog didn't bite his nuts.
Mm-hmm.
She gets out with strategically placed bubbles. Good Lord.
Ask him for a towel. What are you going to shoot me? Why waste a good bullet? Barbed her.
Who asked for a towel, her or Zach?
I don't need one. I'll wear it. She said never to come back. He came here for a job. Biggest job he's ever signed up for.
You have to ask. You can't afford it.
The only thing I wasn't prepared for was running into you. And that's a very 20CB thing. The only thing I didn't
plan on was you.
XYZ was you.
You'll get over it. I did. She kisses him in the elevator.
Weird overhead shot in the elevator. He wouldn't have come unless he had to. She wouldn't be here if she knew he was coming.
They start making out.
Oh, God damn it.
Cora D is in her office.
Cora O'Leary?
Yes. And then she says, I'm sorry for interrupting, whatever. And I said, Cora D, why you hating? Let my man Boba get his rocks off.
Mm-hmm.
Only to find out.
My wife, Cora D.
No shit, they're married.
How impressive.
I'm sure you'll have very strong smart children.
What? I know this is awkward for all of us.
Understatement of the year.
Placeholder dialogue.
You were just making out with this woman in front of your wife. There was no remorse. It's just kind of like, yeah, man, the women are irresistible to me.
I was very confused, man.
Was young Zach confused?
Young Zach was just like, there are no laws in this city. He says the war changed everything.
Good one.
So that's why I didn't get an invitation to your wedding.
More to the story than meets the eye. Remember how Topeka, Kansas was wiped out? I can exposition.
Oh, God.
I was the chief of medical research for Congressional Directorate.
Same note, too.
Directly but unknowingly
Boil it down.
involved.
No, we don't need all of
in
it.
a
We don't need all of it.
globally
New HIV
catastrophic
derivative, red ribbon. 12
project.
hours, you're dead.
I've contracted red ribbon.
This is Zach. This is Zach fast forwarding to the tits.
Yeah, he's over it.
We don't need all the exposition. It doesn't matter. The fucking virus, she can cure it.
It turns out she's got the vaccine in her system, so this is The Last of Us.
Spoiler alert.
Zach was throwing shit at the projector.
Because Mayes was just going to go through all of it again? No. We have enough exposition.
This was the only new stuff.
I don't care. It's too much at this point.
He doesn't care.
10,000 volts of it in my fucking body.
He doesn't care. Just get to the tits.
Just get to bam. All I need. That's what the movie's here for, okay?
She just married Boba on paper for identification purposes, and they've been on the run ever since.
How utterly goddamn heroic. Now, what the hell do you want with me?
Tell the Truth Commission there's a cure. Not the Truth Commission.
Tell the truth.
Oh, wow.
They want Barb's help. What's the cause done for me lately? They ask about the contact lenses, and they know Schmitz was there.
Now, if you know what the lenses are, for Christ's sake, will you just name a price? That's what you do, isn't it? Sell yourself to the highest bidder?
I'm out of your price range.
Oh, everyone's so ass on in this scene.
It's a raid. Congressionals and the PD roll up. They bust in. There's a fuckload of cops. Oh, my God.
Why are they driving shitty station wagons?
It's the future.
Charlie's ass off. Barb says 3 minutes, meet her downstairs. Why should we trust you?
Flash is a gratuitous.
Maybe you shouldn't. Or maybe just fucking answer the question, okay? It's high stakes.
That's Cobra Formula 2, isn't it?
It sure is.
They check Charlie. They try to scan him. He doesn't have retinas, you morons.
Golden dumpster.
We're not open for breakfast.
When Willis hands her the warrant, he says, it's a little sticky. I fucking died, man.
He came on that warrant?
Because he's been jerking off on.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very cum-like.
Prizer walks up to Charlie. Murder investigation. Prizer says consequences will be abrupt and severe if they find out she's involved.
So they're raiding her bar.
Yeah.
Cora and Boba come down and just try to walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they?
I pick them up off the boulevard. I like a good menage every now and then.
You don't respect the boulevard, and you don't respect the fans.
The menage, a note on the boulevard. They walked out like Zach Harper and his friends trying to walk into barbed wire.
100%.
Whistling, hands in the pockets, looking around.
As natural as can be. She orders them through the back. They try to scan them. There's a malfunction because Charlie's pushing a little button to jam it.
He just scoffs. He's so proud of himself.
And they only brought one scanner?
Yep.
But also, Prizer calls him an idiot. Like, how the fuck is that my fault, man?
Yeah, exactly.
You're the scanner guy.
Prizer then gives Barb an ocular pat down.
He also just lets them go after that. He's like, all right, well, whatever, I guess.
Because they just start fucking up the bar.
Yep, not pretending to look for anything.
Curly in this scene.
Distressed.
He drops the money dramatically. He grabs the fence.
He's so emotional.
Absolutely no ass.
How are they going to find the retinas in this mess?
Fast forward, and she tells Charlie she wishes he could see this mess.
I couldn't see it when it was clean. What is this dialogue?
I don't know, man. She says they were looking for stupid contact lenses.
Re-exposition.
And Charlie holds them up like it's the secret of the ooze.
Like these? What color are they?
The color of money.
Ah, he said it.
Charlie says to give them to Axel and help them escape. She says it's their ticket to Europe. Finders keepers. Finders keepers 20 CB.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
They don't do that no more?
Losers weepers.
Hey, I still believe in fighting for what's right. Cheer up, baby brother. We're rich.
You're making a mistake, Barb. Tell me that when we get to Paris. We'll always have Paris.
Narration. I knew Charlie was still friendly with the resistance. I just didn't know how friendly. He's fucking the resistance. What's going on here?
Friends with benefits with the resistance.
She rides through a junkyard, or at least a stunt person does.
Soundtrack exposition as we hear, she's so real. She'll tell you everything she feel. She's so cool. I'm like, okay, we get it. Also, the fade to black is so aggressive.
Yeah, it really is.
With sparks, explosions, a loud noise.
The closed caption says, Henchman 1, let her through. All right, Big Fatso eating a turkey leg in a bulldozer.
Big Fatso.
How's the king of the underworld?
Well. It isn't Barb the Buxom.
Golden Dumpster, him being brought in via this construction. Then she says, Big Fatso, and I said, come on, man. Like,
no, man, it's perfect.
she could have just called him Fatso.
And she brought him a greasy bag of donuts.
Donut month.
Hats on for Big Fatso when she hands him the donuts and he says, I'm going to show you how to eat these in Texas.
Dip them in coffee.
I have a proposition.
Oh, now ain't that sweet? But you know I only like big, fat women.
Racist. Because he's black?
They lower him down. A business proposition. As in lenses? She lifts her head and barely reacts. And he says, oh, now don't give me that surprised look, and makes an amazing surprised face.
Ass off.
Oh, he's fantastic, man.
But as they lower him, couldn't stop laughing.
You didn't drive all the way to the heart of the evil empire to see how my diet's going.
They have Schmitz in a fridge with an apple in his mouth.
Are they going to eat Schmitz?
He's going to. He's Big Fatso. Charlie's just roaming around a warehouse blindly.
Hell nah, man.
Normally, Zach.
This fool ain't blind walking stick tap his ass to get to the spot. How?
Supercharged that.
No, man. No, fuck that,
No,
man.
you can't say that.
This is my new favorite bit, is you guys arguing over what of a means should be supercharged. And Amin always vouching for it. No!
Everybody there is dead. The Congressionals ambushed him.
I talked to Spike, or I talked to nobody, and then he expositions all the facts.
Yes. Snitched on himself.
The resistance wants to know where those lenses are.
I got him, by the way. I can help you guys out. My name's Charlie, by the way. Charlie Kopetsky.
Spike is lowered down, and her eyes are fucking moving. She's art. Art from Fallen.
Charlie can't tell. He has to touch her face to realize that she's dead.
The best one is she's lowering and he hit the stick around and looking around. I'm like, come on, man.
Spike's eyes fluttering.
Which is worse. I thought at first her eyes were open and were kind of moving, but no, you had the benefit of having your eyes closed.
Yeah, and she still couldn't stop.
All you got to do is just keep them.
Don't look. Don't look anywhere.
How many takes?
How many takes?
How many takes?
Art, you're not off the hook. But you got company.
They charge him with concealing information of the contact lenses. Cooperate and talk, or join your little friend. I'd rather join my friend.
Back to the junkyard. 1 million Canadian.
Which is pocket change and half price of what she knows that it's worth. Deal.
I'm not done yet. There's a plane I want to catch. Unoccupied zone.
Casablanca.
Wants an escort.
Port escort.
Big Fatso does the hoo.
Yeah.
Bad part of town.
He'd have to staff a lot of men. A lot of men to help. $500,000.
Lot of men.
Lot of men. She wants $750 up front. He says, deal. You got the lenses?
Ha ha ha.
Ass on laugh.
What do I look? New?
What do I look new?
They'll meet at the first toll of the unoccupied zone. Cash for the lenses. 5 minutes late, she sells to another buyer.
I doubt it, Barb. I'm calling your bluff on that one.
Drives away, license plate says Barb, and I said, they still have license plates in the dystopian future?
No laws, but plenty of laws.
Bureaucracy, man.
Cut to Charlie getting his ass electrocuted.
This is fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
The screen is blank.
No visual data to grab.
He's blind, you fucks.
When he imagined it.
So they just ask him, where are the lenses?
First of all, the guy doesn't know which one is the torture key.
No.
He's got to hunt and peck for it on the keyboard. But the way they depict torture is to flash a light off camera and have him with his ass on go, ah.
Fine, he'll talk.
This guy has him.
What guy?
He's fat. Wears a red suit. White beard. Name's Kringle. Chris Kringle.
Merry Christmas.
He cranks the electricity, and Charlie laughs till he dies. and he's smoking.
Smoking.
Curly's cleaning up the hammerhead and singing, and then he takes a drink and just throws a glass on the ground and sweeps it up.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Barb comes in.
Well, this mess is all yours, Curly. The bar is yours.
Hey, now the bar is a piece of shit. It's all yours. I have no experience running a bar. I just took a drink and threw it on the ground for no reason.
I'm a waiter. I can't do this.
Oh, Curly, relax. You're a natural.
You're a cashier.
Okay.
Now, are they in her bat cave? Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yes.
What is this?
So there's an elevator that connects her office to her bubble bath bedroom / lair garage with a huge armored truck.
No, it's an armored ice cream truck. They just painted an ice cream truck gray.
That is a truck, Zach, to be fair. I just didn't tell you what kind of a truck it was.
Do you think they had to keep turning the music off as they filmed?
The goddamn dog is so fucking distraught when it realizes
she's leaving.
Yeah. Bitch, you leaving me?
Wait, I want to go to Paris.
Yeah.
The dog's ass off, man. She wants to know where Charlie is. He said he had to go see an old friend of his, someone named Spike.
Dramatic noise. Zoom in on Pam. Spike?
Get in. They drive to the hideout. She walks in, sees the carnage.
Oh, this is a very 1990s Michael Bay shot.
Yeah.
The reddish tint and the low angle as the car comes up and just fucking screeches to a halt.
Steps on Charlie's glasses.
She finds Charlie's Oakley's on the ground.
They see him strung up. Alex and Cora show up and see the bodies everywhere.
Okay, everyone's dead.
Axel tells Barb she's the only one who can help him. Says, do it for Charlie.
Do it for Johnny.
That's kind of harsh, man. Playing on her loss already.
Yeah, he just died. They also have 90 minutes to get to this plane now.
Curly says, I'll take care of Charlie. He's dead, you bald fuck.
Yeah.
What do you mean take care of him?
Zach, you're missing the point here, man. Curly wants no parts of this shit.
Oh, he doesn't want to go. You know what? I'll stay behind. I'll make sure everything's okay. I'll give him a proper funeral.
He's about to own a bar now. Shit.
She takes Charlie's dog tags, and she's pissed. I'm so confused by this armored ice cream truck.
They get into the ice cream truck, which is loaded with guns. Guns and ammo montage. She is strapped.
Tools.
Guns are being loaded and cogged.
The cogs?
In the machine.
Axel reminds us she won't get on the plane without the contact lenses. Yeah, we've heard this about 1,000,000 times, Axel.
The way she armored up, it reminded me of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yes.
Isaac Hayes puts on everything and then falls back. And his body's just wriggling. By the way, did you guys notice that inside the armored truck, there's like an Atari joystick?
Yeah.
Yes.
They put every piece of technology they could find on her dashboard there.
Whatever they could. There's a Game Boy in there.
Every piece of technology from 1995.
Yes.
The height of technology at the time. A rocket launcher is armed. Does the word overkill mean anything to you?
You ever tried to drive in Steel Harbor?
No.
Then shut up. That thing turns really well, by the way. That ice cream truck.
Oh, almost as good as the trash truck from goddamn Blacklight.
Light as black nut. They're going to go through the first toll. She gets out, says this is their escort. Big Fatso's in his bulldozer.
He traded in the turkey leg for a cigar.
Woo, look at her, all gussied up. Whoa, nice jewelry, Barb.
Got the money?
No chit-chat. Have it your way.
And he gives her a debit card and a briefcase.
Aha, film noir.
She wanted cash. He said, hey, I had to work fast. It's a gold debit card with $7.50 credit on it.
He keeps saying that the debit card has credit, so it's a credit card.
Credit card, yeah. It's a debit credit card. It's as good as cash.
That wasn't part of the deal, big fatso.
Guys, I got to get some exposition here. This is when debit cards first became a thing.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
This is brand fucking new.
We didn't really know how they worked.
Yes.
So where does the money come from?
Man, remember when debit cards finally had the credit card logo on it?
Oh, you could use it anywhere.
Oh my God, it was so incredible.
Instead of just the amount of money that's on it, printed on the front.
Yep.
Fatso re-expositions about Axel and Cora D.
Axel's pissed.
He recognizes her, even though nobody else does.
Because he's black.
Got ourselves a star-studded gathering going on right here now.
He's the only other black guy in the movie, other than Debo, and the two black guys he let into the bar. Oh, and the DJ. There's actually a couple of black people in this movie.
Oh, wow. I don't take sides, says Barb. I'm in this for me only. Right, big Fatso?
That's right. And I like the way you think, Barb. They make the trade. Fatso shakes the lenses. Now she wants her safe escort. Slight change in plans. Film noir.
He shakes the lenses directly in front of the camera.
The guy in the umpire mask blows a whistle and calls the cops.
Congressionals and the police come charging in. Big whistle movie, man. You big fat son of a bitch.
Prizer congratulates him. Nice work, Mr. Big Fatso.
They're really hammering this home, man. He goes, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Felt racist to me, man.
Ask Barb to drop her weapons. You'll love this, Barb. Not only do I get the lenses, but I get $1 million bounty on your head and $1 million bounty on the head of the good doctor for turning you both over to the Congressionals.
Exposition.
And not to
It's
mention
too much.
the $750,000 credit on the debit card.
Too much.
Zach's like, where are the tits? There's a nice angle of her as she's dropping her weapons.
Oh, there's a lot of good angles, man.
Big Fatso laughs maniacally.
Don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
Reference the A-Team.
Prizer tells Cora the face may deceive, but the eyes never lie.
Okay.
She spits in his face. Willis tells her he had nothing to do with what happened to Charlie, and then he slips Barb a grenade as he goes to cuff her. She immediately pulls the pin out.
Holds it up like the ooze. Don't move.
And Willis goes, look out, she's got a grenade.
He's ass on pretending he didn't plant it there.
Yeah. She tosses it up, gets in the truck.
Everyone scatters when she throws it in the air.
The grenade blows up Fatso.
He gives one more surprise look before he goes. Ass off for Big Fatso, man.
Is this Golden Dumpster nominee?
Armored ice cream truck peels out. They ram through a pay toll sign, toll spelled T-O-L-E.
Yeah, nice. Is that on purpose?
I don't know, actually. I was going to say I think so, but I don't know. Cora wants to know how she's supposed to get on the plane. Axel says he'll kill her if they get out of this alive. Axel's now driving. Willis wants to drive.
Now we've got to race to the airport like Taken 3.
She says, in emergency, pull that lever. She gets on her bike. She rides out the back of the truck. Cops are shooting at him. She shoots rockets out of her motorcycle at the cop cars. Cora is ass on through this whole drive. The second toll is coming up. There's a bus blocking them. They pull the lever. It blows up the bus. They hit a ramp. They go flipping and skidding across the dock area. Willis, Axel, and Cora get out. They shoot at Prizer and his goons. Barb comes through on her bike, chases them into a warehouse area. And that's when Prizer accidentally gets shot by his own teammate there.
Friendly fire.
Almost a bolo.
They forget about that. Barb pops a wheelie for no reason. She's driving around looking for them. Now she's back with Boba, and Cora tells Willis to get them to the airport. She'll stall him, promises to meet them at the plane. But then she says goodbye.
How's that feel, Axel, you dumb bitch?
Goes around, comes around. Boba decides to go back and help her. She snipes a guy off the roof with a submachine gun.
He falls with his ass off, man. What a great fall. Axel's being surrounded and chased. He climbs a ladder. They're firing at him as he climbs.
So he climbs up a crane, as one does.
He shoots a tanker. It blows up behind them.
He looks at his gun like Shaq looked at his hand after a dunk.
She pulls up, wonders, where are you bastard? And that's when Prizer comes crashing out in a forklift.
Forklift month is back,
boys.
Oh, come on, Herc. You can't pick up a forklift.
He catches her bike with it. He's laughing maniacally. She's pinned and can't get away. He hits a car. That gets tacked on.
This goes on for so long.
Good Lord,
He's just
man.
laughing. Is he doing donuts?
I don't know.
I have a gun in my room. We can shoot him together.
Bang. Done.
Boba elbows this guy that he's fighting on top of the crane in the back, and then it cuts to him doing an impossible backflip in slow motion off the top of the crane. He looks down and sees the forklift joyriding.
Prizer's kind of ass off with this forklift going in circles. He's been terrible for most of this movie. He kind of nails it here.
He goes to the control room, which has a guy with headphones in it, working.
Break some beans.
In the unoccupied zone.
Yeah.
Yo, man, it's a living.
Is this the one that makes it go up and down? Yeah, it does. Which one makes it go around? This one right here. What about this one? And he elbows him in the face.
Boba Fett's face when he's talking to the guy with the headphones. That's how you know this motherfucker does not give a shit about anything you're saying.
This is a setup, man.
I forgot to tell you guys, there's a point where they drive past a sign that says you're leaving the unoccupied zone. And I thought it said you're leaving the UN occupied zone. The UN is in this too?
The UN is in this.
UN is in this, yeah.
Oh, shit.
There's a crane POV shot closing in on Prizer, who comes to a stop.
Out touching the last stand of the desperate. Normally, I don't get emotional about my work, but vaporizing your springy ass is going to be a real pleasure.
This guy had a gun the whole time?
Whole time, man. But he's crazy. You don't understand. He's crazy.
He's obsessed with doing donuts. Donut month.
Barb, we're so close. Don't you feel the magic? She punches him, hops to the top of the forklift.
They're being dangled by the crane right now.
They're exchanging blows. She climbs up to the crane hook, kicks him, and out of nowhere, The most forced line delivery since Gotta Fled.
This was terrible.
This is like my favorite song. I got you, babe.
Don't call me babe.
You heard me.
The green screen shot.
It falls in slow motion, massive explosion, and Boba just gives a thumbs up. We did it.
You in airport time.
It's nighttime. People have clear umbrellas because it's the future.
Oh, I thought it was because they're going through clear.
I thought it was because of the bathtubs.
Willis sarcastically offers to create a flamboyant diversion.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means
He's going to passionately kiss another man?
no,
I mean, don't do it. Don't do it. I care about you.
I mean, do it.
Do it. Supercharge it.
Do it.
Supercharge it, even if he doesn't say anything.
Do it. Do it now.
he's gotta wear like a fucking.
Be offensive. Do it now.
He's gotta wear
The homophobic.
Cancel the podcast. Do it now.
outfit. And just start.
Supercharge all of that.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers.
Barb and Axel pull up to the airport. Jesus, Pam. I mean, my God.
They're back.
What are we supposed to do?
Because we had that whole scene where she's wearing a helmet so that it can easily be a stunt person, and she's got her jacket zipped up.
Now I feel like Leon Rose with the bow tie. What's anyone supposed to do?
Ass off.
Barb bends over and takes out the contact lenses from the beginning of the movie. Come on, guys.
You guys are unscarable. Those contact lenses are gross. They're just raw in her dirty ass hands.
Cora uses a retina scanner. She's scared. It's fine. It works.
Yeah.
Mission completed.
Surprise. The thing that was the whole crux of the movie works. We get some goodbyes between Barb and Axel.
You're going to miss your plane. So I thought barbed wire never took sides. Keep it to yourself.
And then he rubs her lip with his thumb and walks away.
Mm-hmm.
And he fist bumps Willis, who's smoking a cigarette. Boba runs over to get on the plane, looks back at her. Dramatic high contrast rain. It's kind of like the beginning of the movie, guys.
Willis asks where they'll go. Barb says, well, I do have this debit card.
With $750,000 printed on the front.
What happens when you spend some of it?
Well, I hear Paris is nice this time of year.
We'll always have Paris in the sequel, Barbed Wire 2.
Willis says, I do believe I'm falling in love. She says, get in line.
Quick cuts, gunshots.
Roll credits.
And the song is called Welcome to Planet Boom.
Boob.
Wow.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct.
I just have the one, which is the guy who gets his dick bitten by the dog. There was no padding there. So the dog was trained to not bite hard, but just clamp down.
Fillet.
In the first take of the scene where Barb makes the dog sit down, the guy mistimed it badly and forgot to bend down as the dog did.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, that poor bastard.
So that's why we're like, is it ass off? Or was the dude actually got his dick in a vice?
Got my dick in a vice.
The don't
Got
call
my dick
me.
in a bite.
I'm scared to talk again. I know he's going to do it again. The "Don't Call Me Babe"
My dick in a
catchphrase comes from the original advertising for the comic book, in which she said those words to differentiate herself from a buxom, slightly airy comic book heroine named Babe by John Byrne.
Buxom. There's that word again.
Worth it. Worth doing it 5 times and putting it as the tagline.
Completely worth it. Yep.
The opening, quote, wet strip.
Oh my God.
In which Barb dances in a strip club with her breasts hanging out of a rubber dress while being sprayed with water was suggested by Pamela after she was inspired by a nightmare she had.
Say it slower.
In which she was being sprayed with champagne while performing a, quote, nasty dance.
Oh, champagne.
David Hogan, who was under pressure to include more nudity,
He sure was.
liked the idea and threw out the movie's original opening to include it.
Still is.
Under pressure to include more nudity.
Fucking hilarious.
Makes me think of that picture of Young Thug in the studio.
Oh, yes.
And that's Zach. Instead of that Zach who's looming over like, we need more, as David Hogan's the guy in the back.
David Hogan, you dumb bitch.
During filming, Pamela had barbed wire tattooed on her left upper arm instead of having it painted on by makeup artists every day, but had it removed in 2016. Charlie had a very lame barbed wire tattoo as well on his arm. I don't know if you guys caught that little detail.
I did not. It took Amin forever to figure out this guy was blind, so he definitely didn't notice that.
That doesn't make sense. He's Charlie Wire.
Anderson did some of her own stunts, even though she was afraid of heights. The sum is doing a lot of lifting in that sentence. The fact that she had to wear high heels and a corset that made her waist 17 inches made fight scenes challenging.
17 inches?
Yeah.
That's not possible.
90s were a scary time, dude.
That's not healthy.
Adam Rifkin was replaced as director with the less experienced David Hogan after producers decided early dailies were unsatisfactory.
Agreed.
Because there wasn't enough nudity, I'm sure.
Agreed.
They had a focus group, and it was nothing but Zach and his friends.
Sneaking into it. I'm here for the James and the Giant Peach focus group.
Adam Rifkin directed The Chase, Detroit Rock City, and wrote Small Soldiers. The original comic book ended its run shortly after the film's disappointing reception.
Damn. Think about that. It not only killed the franchise, it killed the fucking source material.
That's tough, man.
That's fucking insane.
Imagine if DC was like, no more comic books. We can't figure this out.
You can play this game, you piece of shit, Zack Snyder. Although the film seems to contradict itself about what year it is set in, the year is twice said to be 2017, but later given as 2019, it is of course possible that over a year could have passed between the scene of Barb looking out at the city from the car and the torture scene. That is some heavy lifting in that trivia piece right there.
There's one more piece of trivia that's awful. Pamela Anderson suffered a very unfortunate miscarriage during the filming of Barbed Wire, and filming was put on hold for a while. That was actually depicted in Pam and Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how that happened with them putting her waist at 17 inches with that outfit.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a joke about how this movie was a miscarriage.
No, I care about her, Amin. I think that's awful.
Amin just dinged himself making a joke on your behalf.
Yeah.
Count the dings.
He's an insensitive prick who hates women and doesn't have a healthy relationship with sex.
I have a very healthy relationship with sex. Thank you very much. Didn't jerk off once.
You're saying it's healthy because you didn't jerk off during this movie?
Very healthy. Zach was beating it left and right.
I'm the unhealthiest man in the world.
Zach at one point became audibly agitated because they were...
It's just electrocution of exposition. I got it. Contact lenses. Get to the good stuff.
So Roger Ebert had a review, 2.5 stars, where he said, "Times are hard. So hard, Americans insist on payment in Canadian dollars. Barb steers clear of politics. She's friends with the local police chief who's on the take but has a good heart. Then she gets involved in contraband. Some identity lenses are missing. Whoever possesses them can get free passage into Canada. A little guy says he knows where they are. A big fat guy offers to buy them. The Congressional Directorate troops dressed like Nazis come into Barb's club and tear it apart looking for them. You must remember this. It's Casablanca recycled."
No, it's not.
It's giving away the whole thing. Come on, Ebert.
The biggest howler in the credits is a line based on a story by Eileen Chaikin. Would it have killed Eileen to acknowledge Casablanca? True, there are differences too. In this movie, a kiss is not necessarily just a kiss. Not when Barb's sex life includes nailing guys through the middle of their forehead with a stiletto heel.
Oh, yeah, you're nailing me.
Another line from this Ebert review. She's backlit in endless scenes where if she could have figured out a way to send her breasts in separately, she could have stayed at home.
That's a writer right there. It's a legend.
Piece of shit.
Oh, gee.
Glad you're gone.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Whoa, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Lewis Pinnock Accent Award.
Ooh.
Got the kidnapped kid's parents, and Udo Kier is Curly, but that's just his voice.
It's the kidnapped kid's parents.
Zach, you got to pick one. Is it the mom or the dad?
It's the mom because she breaks it.
She's got 2 lines.
She only did half of them in the goddamn accent.
Oh, shit. Yeah, give it to her.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five horsemen, every type of exposition you could ask for, regular, voiceover, re-exposition.
Repeats position I thought was really high, but man, horniness This is a very horny movie. Everybody in this movie is horny.
I would have said repeats position, but I'm with it. It is a horny movie.
ADR and gratuitous, which had pressure from the producers to find a way to include more.
You goddamn right. Didn't do enough.
Gratuitous is kind of part of horny, no?
Sure.
Horny.
Yeah, horny / gratuitous.
Horseman.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on. Fuck it, ass off. Ass on. Fuck it, ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award.
Spike. Eyes fluttering. Spike. You're dead. Your eyes are moving. Lock it in.
I do enjoy the consistency from Zach. You're atoning for crimes done against my people by applying your thing fucking equally. But Pamela's really fucking bad, man.
Yeah, we have to say it. Zach's going to dig his heels in here and say, no.
But she was great.
As long as he doesn't throw them at me.
Oh.
Bullseye.
She's great. What are you talking about? The look she gives when the dancer's like, she's Chinese. Are you kidding me?
She delivers some of the worst one-liners in the history of cinema in this movie.
And delivers them poorly.
They're poorly written, and then she doubles it down by delivering it poorly.
No, she's fantastic in this movie. I believed everything that happened. I was at attention the whole time, locked in on her performance.
Unless they were talking about contact lenses or
get through the
Cordy
details
or-
already. God. So Spike for ass on. We agreed.
I don't know. I mean, should we go Pamela here?
We're going Pamela, man.
Amin has a history of misogyny, not just on this show.
What do you think Spike is? You think Spike's a dude?
Spike's eyes were moving when she was dead.
There you go.
You had one job. One job.
She had two jobs. She had to speak through a voice box.
Yeah.
No, I had two jobs.
Do you think that was her or she just lip synced?
No, that's not her. That's all ADR.
Yeah, but did she do the ADR?
No, not a chance.
Okay.
They didn't trust her after they shot the death scene.
No. Are you kidding me? Also, you guys are idiots because Prizer was way worse than Pamela.
No.
That's true. Prizer was pretty bad, but you were just only mentioning Spike.
Also, he saved himself with the donuts in the parking lot.
The gleeful forklift donuts.
Yeah, Spike ass on. Agreed.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. I had Andre Rosie Brown as Big Fatso.
Same note, too.
He's great. I would also say, man, when they're fucking up the bar and Curly drops the money.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Puts his hands up on the fence. I was dying. I was absolutely dying. I'm fine with either one. Curly's got to get mentioned there. And then obviously, Pam is just fantastic in this movie. She's exactly what the movie needed it to be. She's perfect in the character. No contest that she could be ass off as well.
What about my man Willis, man? He was pretty good. He had like some good one-liners.
He was on and off. Like he had some good moments. He had some bad moments.
I wouldn't say he was ever ass on.
He's ass on when she's got a grenade.
Yeah, but that was the character almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's Big Fatso.
Yeah, it's Pam.
Maze, it's Mr. Big Fatso, please.
Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me, sir.
We all agree it's Pam Anderson, ass off.
Nope, actually Pam Anderson's in the sheet as ass on. Hate to break it to you, 2-1.
It's because you're idiots. This is why I've had to save the pod so many times.
You're so horny, Zach.
Golden
You were going to do that one movie.
Dumpster
And I had to wild card it.
nominees. What was that movie, Zach?
Guys, we got to move on. We got to finish this up.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
To fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
The License of Prostitution. What color are they? The color of money. The cops driving shitty station wagons. Big Fatso's surprised look. And when they try to read a blind man's head movies.
I've also got the heel to the head because he called her babe. Did you wash your hands? No, I was bad. I forgot Leon Rose for ass off, by the way. Barbara Kopetsky as a name. That's a little sticky. And in the warrant. He's jerked off on the warrant. Big Fatso being introduced to us via a construction fucking scooper thing. Just the way he's presented to us. His little feet dangling and shit.
Oh, my God.
And then finally, the grenade landing on Fatso. And throw in Jimmy Morrison pretending to pay attention to what the guy is saying on how to work the crane. That fucking douchebag look on his face. Oh, yeah, work? That's how it works? Zach, you got any nominees?
Oh, I got my pick. I don't need any nominees.
All right. What's your pick?
It's the opening scene.
I knew that was coming.
The opening scene dance.
The wet strip.
I knew Zach was coming too. Maze, what's yours?
We gave Big Fatso Ass Off. His surprise look was the funniest part of the movie, but I'm going to go with trying to read a blind man's head movies. Because it's so dumb and they're in disbelief that it didn't work.
I do have another nominee. Amin taking way too long to realize Charlie is blind.
Not knowing that Charlie was blind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Way too long.
I've got Leon Rose walking in with a mountain of porn. Freshly purchased porn, by the way. He's worked through all the other porn that he has in his house. Just dumping it all on that kitchen table.
Also, he wants to be spanked, so how's the magazine going to spank him?
Good question.
Well, Amin, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Overfile.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was the one who picked this goddamn.
You sure did. What?
This shit, man. I'll be honest with you. Pros, it went by fast.
Yeah.
A quick 98 minutes. It didn't drag at all. Even though Zach may not agree with that. Healthy amount of gratuities, I suppose.
And he's out of positive things to say.
Yep. All right, negatives. This was a boring ass movie. It made no sense. It would look cheaply made, which was the worst part.
It does look really cheaply made. Yeah.
$9 million budget.
No, but I don't know where the 9 went.
Yeah, man. Don't write these scenes or write them differently, like so that we don't have to have something that looks like the war scene flashback in Seattle.
That was so bad.
Come on, guys.
Those fatigues, man.
All of it is so cheap. It's community theater levels. The acting is terrible from almost everybody in this movie. And I still don't know, other than, as Zach said, a plane, some Nazis, and a nightclub. Other than that,
a black musician.
Yeah, and a black music person.
Music player, yeah.
She never says play it again, Sam, by the way. No, this is a phobe for me, man. This movie was terrible. I cannot phobe it any harder.
Maze?
This movie is like Pam Anderson picked up Nick Fury, Future Sport, and Teddy Rex from the Boulevard for a menage.
You don't respect the Boulevard.
That'd be a menage a quad.
It was really the re-exposition that killed me. The bad one-liners and all the seemingly pulled out of nowhere lines, like, should I make a flamboyant distraction? Or, this is just like my favorite song, I Got You, Babe. Those all didn't make sense, but it was the opening crawl exposition followed by Barb inner monologue exposition saying the exact same shit. That's about 7 minutes into the movie where I'm like, uh-oh, we're in trouble here. This is not looking good. The action was bad. It was bad, man. It's a phobe.
There's a character named Big Fatso.
One of the bright spots. Zach?
It is so cheaply made. The army fatigues are so bad in that scene. Every set looks like it's painted. You mentioned the Capitol was a painting.
Oh, boy.
I will say, like, the action scenes are surprisingly decent. I thought she did a pretty good job in the few stunts that she did.
When she goes to get Krebs, that was probably the best one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Prizer's terrible. There's so many moments in this movie where I'm just like, what's happening right now? There's so much repeats position. There's so much exposition. There's so much unnecessary shit. Half those scenes should either have been cut or reshot or rewritten or something. I don't mind bad one-liners in a dumb comic book movie because it's kind of the point, because that's all comic books are, just bad one-liners left and right. No wonder this guy did one movie and it was like, all right, back to music videos, back to the Gin Blossoms, back to Diana Ross and everything. Like, just gonna do that. And it's a file, man. Pam Anderson. Whew.
That's a film blanc. Saw that shit coming a mile away.
Make sure you send in your Louis Pinnock Award, 5 Horsemen, Ass On, Ass Off, Golden Dumpster, Phober File, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Levitard Show on ye old Twitter machines. Man, I need a Gatorade or something.
You need an IV probably.
Sandwich, banana.
Shove it in your veins and pump it.
There's a place right around the corner, but I don't think I can get to it. With the strength.
You get walking like Leon Rose, waddling over there.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Maze, You're up next in the daisy chain.
So I went into this research for Barbed Wire with a movie in mind that I wanted to do, and then looking at the cast and seeing all the potential links in this daisy chain off of this movie, it made it a lot more complicated for me. But I can't pass on the opportunity to connect a Casablanca movie to a Casablanca movie, and I'm going to pick...
This isn't a Casablanca movie.
It is.
It's not.
It's got Nazis, an airport, and a nightclub.
And a black guy.
Responsible for music.
I'm going to pick one of the most requested movies. I've seen a lot of people requesting this, especially in the last 6 months, and that is the Casablanca remake that is indisputably a Casablanca ripoff. Zach will not be able to make an argument in this one. The 2001 snowboarding movie, Out Cold.
Never seen this movie. I have seen the requests.
There are Nazis in this one?
Is there an airport?
This one, they actually try to recreate scenes from Casablanca.
Oh, this one's with Flex Anderson. Oh, there's a lot of possibilities here.
What's the daisy chain?
Casablanca.
Casablanca to Casablanca.
Oh, no, that doesn't. No, I'm gonna vote that down. I'm gonna vote that down. We can't go by theme, man. The whole point was like it's going by actors.
Okay. I mean, I asked last week.
And I said no.
You didn't say anything.
I did. I said then we're just doing theme month again. I said that.
All right.
I kind of want to do it.
No, Out Cold, which means that we are going to daisy chain ourselves off of the man with a $4 million net worth.
Whoa. Hold on.
Clint Howard.
Hold on.
Take us down to the bayou.
Oh, no.
With 1998's The Water Boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, you done fucked up now, I mean.
We opened the Sandman.
Guess whose pick is after the...
No. Not Sandman.
Spoiler alert. Back-to-back Sandler movie.
Oh, my God. We may not even be able to get out of this shit, man. This nigga just cast the same fucking 7 people.
And we could go to Kevin James.
Quick, Sandler.
Boys, theme months are back.